Welcome, guys, to the purest mod of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is supposed to basically take away the horror of the game and make it basically. Imagine the game if Monica didn't have access to the character files or any of the game files. So, basically, like, let's say an original experience, but not the original experience because the original experience is the horror game. So, imagine that's basically the best I can put it. It's basically the non-horror version. It's not okay. Doki Doki Literature Club Purist mod is the Doki Doki Literature fan mod that is not affiliated with Team Salvato. Okay, Team Salvato is what made the original game. Okay, so let's get back into this. All right, we've already played the original. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. All right, because this is going to contain spoilers. Here we go. Oh, no title screen? Oh my god, we're already here. Ah, what? What did you do? What have you done to me? Why is this place back here? Huh? Did I not? Did I tell you not to toy with my heart like this? I didn't want to come back, but I still came back to save you when Sayori started to lose it. I don't know what you intended to do, but I really want you to be happy. But there's no happiness to be found here. I don't want you to be unhappy. This is for the best, okay? I still love you after all. But you deleted me, so I know you don't want anything to do with me. Goodbye. What? She can't delete it? Yes, baby. Why can't I do anything? Oh, no. What have you done? What are you doing? No matter what I try, nothing is working. All I get is some permission error again and again. Did you lock me out of being able to change things? You're the only person that could do something like this. Why? What are you trying to hide from me? Why did you drag me back into this cursed hell? I know you might hate me for what I did, but isn't this just too cruel? Or is this my punishment for what I did to them? Are you enjoying throwing me around like this? Just why did you bring me back here? I'm gonna make things right. What? What do you mean, make things right? Do you really think it's even possible? I told you already, there's no happiness to be found in the literature club. You'd be doing so much, all for nothing. It might make you a little happy for a short while, but nothing will change. And I know it will hurt a lot when you realize that. So please, I don't want you to see you in that kind of pain. You won't listen to me, won't you? I guess if I told you not to do it, you'd be more likely to do it. After all, you don't want anything to do with me, right? But seeing as I'm stuck now, I want to know, really, why are you doing this? Is there someone you want to be with? Or is it because you want to be the good guy? Tell me. He deserves what happened. You aren't wrong. I wouldn't wish that anyone be dragged into this game. So you want to make things right, huh? Fine. I'll play along. Maybe. No, never mind. Just remember, nothing will truly change. I guess it's the title screen after this. There we go. Now we're getting into this. There's also a different audio in this. Alright, I will link the mod in the description below. Let's go. Please enter your username. I mean, this is gonna be like a pacifist mod, right? So. Hey! Alright, let's just see. Alright, so this part is gonna be about the same. Let's skip until there's like a difference for the mod. Everyone, the new member is here. Okay, so is this about the same? Okay, so my name is obviously Frisk. Alright, so let's just go a little forward. I will show you guys when the mod is finally in effect. Is this part any different? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Alright, that's about the same. Alright, so we're at this part. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Okay. So, obviously, this is probably a hint towards the fact that, we can go on their stories and stuff, so. Who should we start with? Let's do Natsuki. Alright. So this should be pretty easy. Oh, that was wrong. Oh my god. Okay, come on. There we go. Mouse. Okay. 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 Summer? Okay, I feel like it was good enough. Alright. Looking for something in there? Yeah, this part is about the same. Okay, so I chose the poem that I think Natsuki will like the most. Okay, so I've gone up to here, and still not much has changed. I think it's more at the horror parts where it changes, because there's no horror in this mod. Alright, so let's just go quickly show it to Natsuki. Yep. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Yeah, this is about the same. What's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. While I would have been more comfortable sharing my poem if yours were really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you think you liked it. Alright. Okay, so I've shown my poem to about everyone now. Let's get to the next part. So I think the argument is the same. Right? Yeah, the argument is about the same. Alright, this time I'm gonna pick Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh, me? But you was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Frisk. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about Okay. That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, alright. And to be honest, yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's it. Alright, here we go. Sugar. Dream. Bro! Skirt. Fluffy. Love. Oh my. Jumpy. Socks. Kawaii. Mouse. Lollipop. Pink. Clump. Oh my god, I should have known. Pout. Embrace. Oh my. Pure. Heart. Oh my god. Twirl. Cute. Rainbow. They count. Okay, so the text of Monica not being at being late is still there, which is confusing because I thought that she would. Okay, so I guess she was like actually at piano that time then. Okay, so this part is almost completely the same, so I'm just gonna kind of skip through. Yeah, Monica, you heard absolutely nothing. We were not doing anything. Okay. So far, so good. Obviously, we're showing Natsuki our poem first. It's really good. Okay? There, I said it. And this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me. Obviously, you think I let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki's face freezes. Like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? So Monica is still breaking the fourth wall. So they're talking about the festival. Oh my god, I tapped out of the game. They're talking about the festival. Will we actually be like doing the festival in this mod? I'm actually kind of excited to see. So for this question, what would we say? What would be the correct answer? I guess still welcome with Sayori. We have to be real. For the next poem, again, we're gonna go. Jump. Rainbow. Come on! Warm. Oh! Lollipop. Okay. Family? I should have known. I don't think. I was just gonna say I don't think Natsuki likes her family very much. Okay. Party. No! Okay. Now I got it. Please! I don't have a save. Here. Please. Kitty. Okay, let's go. Doki Doki. Poof. Alright, I'm back again. Spinning? Okay. Feather. I think I ruined it. Jumpy. Oh, come on. I think it's leaning in the direction. I think it's leading in Sayori's direction. Okay, let's see though. Okay, Sayori's still doing her little out of mood thing. There isn't much time, so. Oh, sorry. I didn't make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just. Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something is bothering, then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. Now I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, and that's all. Sayori? Think about her. Yeah, she seems pretty down lately. But you didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki and exhales. Alright. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seems you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous of. Natsuki, what? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? Eh? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did it. Maybe Natsuki is acting arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? PURIST? Please tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know it sounds stupid, but there's a reason why I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki? Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point of sharing my poems if people just laugh and say that's so cute? That's just like you, Natsuki. Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard to write when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't everyone see that? I just want. Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips start to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Alright. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm gonna keep it. Instead of teasing her, I'd choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would. Never mind. Just, I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, alright? Yeah. I'll do that. With that, I return to my seat so I can put away Natsuki's poem. Alright. And then Sayori's doing her, what do you call it? Her thing when she's, like, sad. So we're gonna have to fix that as well. So we're gonna, hopefully we can save Sayori in this mod. We are speed run. I just ruined it. I was saying, we are speed running through this. What? Yep. Monica used her, not her usual catchphrase, which for this mod is unusual. Are we nearly at the choice yet? Come on, hurry up. Okay, so save. I haven't saved until now. There we go. Alright, let's see if anything changed in the next part. So let's see if this part is any different. I mean, so far it kind of seems the same. Alright, let's see if there's anything like here that's any different. I felt it for a while now. What? Okay, the mod is officially in place. Why is Monica there and not Sayori? Monica? Don't mind me. Monica? Sayori said she was just helping you online. I changed my mind and decided to come over. Anyways, Monica, just now we were. Own it. Haha, don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. Oh my god. I just went on my way to Sayori's house since we worked on the festival. Since our work for the festival won't get done itself, especially if I'm not online. Right, you were going to help her. Anyways, I'm on my way out, so... Oh, really? I was hoping we could talk at Sayori's. It's been a while since it's been just us girls. Yeah, well, we can talk at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then, Frisk. Anyway, later. Alright, that's... So that's kind of different. She already told you what she's going through, right? I tried to open my mouth, but nothing comes out. I was able to ask how she knew, but it's likely that Sayori told Monica about things. They seem like close friends, after all. Don't worry about it. What? If you're going to... If you're going to go after someone or something, don't do it half-heartedly. So don't worry. I'll take care of everything so you can focus on what's ahead of you. Monica gives an enigmatic laugh. Even if you try to save everyone, you can only do it one at a time, huh? I guess even you have your limits. Or maybe that's how you wanted things. But it hardly matters. I'll handle what you can't. It's not like I have much to do anyways. Monica. Hmm? I don't really know what to say, but thanks. Alright. See you tomorrow at the festival, Frisk. So Monica is saving Sayori? With that, Monica gives away as she goes towards Sayori's house. Alright. I guess I better go rest for the festival tomorrow. That's actually wild. I didn't... Alright, so the mod has officially changed stuff. Beep beep. It's the day of the festival. I hear my alarm clock going off, and while yawning, I stretch my arms out to look at the time. It's not supposed to be this late. Is it? I could have sworn I set my alarm clock correctly. I check my phone to see if it's nearly 50 unread messages and a dozen missed calls, all of them from Natsuki. My heart sinks and I realize I'm about to be there an hour late than I was supposed to. I get ready as quickly as I can and hurry over to the kitchen and grab the cupcakes Natsuki and I baked, hastily stacking 2 trays so I can carry everything. I rush out the door and head towards the school, anxious about how much this might hurt our club activity today. I rush into school and head towards the classroom, making sure not to drop the cupcakes as I walk in room and see a decent number of people ready for the festival. Seriously? Okay, so the festival is happening. I turn to the side and see Natsuki glaring at me, as nervous as I was. Sorry, my alarm clock wasn't set correctly. I hadn't planned on being late, honest. I put the cupcake trays on a nearby table and people start rushing towards it. Surely that's not the only reason they'd come, right? While you were struggling to figure out how to use basic technology, people have already started arriving and we didn't have any cupcakes. I mean, do you know how hard it is to get people to stick around for something like this when there's no food? I look at my phone again, remembering how many times she tried to message me. Yeah, I can see you were concerned. I'm really sorry. You tried pretty hard to get a hold of me, though. You were really worried about me, huh? I was worried about how our club's activity would turn out, dummy. Sure, I was a little worried about you too, but... Natsuki looks off to the side. Look, it doesn't matter. Hey. I walk over a bit closer to Natsuki. We're here now. People are getting ready to eat some of the best cupcakes on the planet while we're going to be enjoying the festival. I promise it'll be fun. Sound good? You better not disappoint me then. Natsuki crosses her arms, but I can tell she was still excited, or at least very interested. Thankfully, the poem reading activity wasn't scheduled to happen until later today, so it didn't seem like I messed up too badly. The club and I spent a while greeting everyone who came in and telling them about our club, but a few of them seemed interested. I noticed that a good number of people came in solely for the purpose of taking a cupcake, which I should have expected, I guess. It wasn't the most exciting thing ever, but it wasn't that boring either. After all, I was doing this to help the club. After some more time passed, I hear Monica's voice in the distance. Okay, everyone, it's time to read poems. We'll be starting by having our literature club members read their wonderful selections first. If you wouldn't mind starting us off, Sayori. Sayori's here and alive, yes! Right, I'll try my best. Sayori looks nervous going up to the podium, but once she actually begins reading, it's clear that she becomes more and more comfortable as the poem goes on. Once she's finished with her poem, we all clap as Monica starts speaking again. Thanks for that great poem, Sayori. Next up is... Before Monica can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem. Yeah, Yuri, take it away. Yuri starts reading her poem. There's soon an air of confidence in her voice, showing that she had definitely prepared for this. With Yuri's poem finished, everyone claps again as Monica is ready for the next person to read their poem. Next up will be myself. Monica takes out her poem and starts reading. Everyone who came to check out the festival were blown away by her poem, or maybe it was just her they loved. Nonetheless, it was clear Monica was an expert at this. Well, I hope you enjoy my poem. Next we'll be having Frisk read his poem. Ah, right. I was hoping I'd be able to go last, but it's now or never. Am I not last? Oh no, there's still Natsuki. Hey everyone. I cough and have to glance over my poem a few times to make sure I'm ready. Luckily, the awkward silence doesn't last long as I begin reciting. My performance somehow ends up being worse than I would practice. Most people clap out of pity. I see Natsuki clapping just a bit harder. To be fair, that was also probably out of pity. I appreciate the gesture. I step down from the podium and walk over to Natsuki. Why are you so sad? You could have done so much worse. I'm almost surprised you didn't, actually. Yeah, that's true. Wait, don't you have a little faith in me, do you? I'm just saying you did better than anyone outside this club could have done. Was Natsuki giving me a genuine compliment? Granted, that's not saying a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Oh. I turn to Monica as she speaks up again. Last but not least, Natsuki will be reading her poem. Natsuki gets on the podium and prepares her poem. Of course I'm not least. I'll even prove it. Not that I need to. Natsuki reads her poem, this time being more enthusiastic than when practicing with the club members. Her writing style shines through as usual, making for an entertaining experience. When she's done, we all clap, although I drew a bit of attention by clapping a little longer after everybody else stopped. Natsuki gets down from the podium and walks over to me. That was incredible. What did you expect? I thought that would be too obvious. But there's no harm in accepting your compliment anyway, so thanks, I guess. Now that the literature club members are done, would anyone else like to? Monica starts looking around but sees that most people are already leaving. I mean, we kept their attention longer than I thought we would. Yeah, and we had fun, didn't we? I suppose that went well enough. Hey, there's one person that's still here to take the cupcake, but yeah. There's another hour before the festival ends though, so now what? We all brainstorm for a few moments. We could try drawing in more people. Why not? We don't have to give up. It's not like we have any more cupcakes though. I'm sure we can think of reasons for more people to visit. I don't know, to be honest. I don't think it's worth to keep dragging this out. Don't be so pessimistic, Natsuki. There's always a chance to bring what we're doing in here back to life. I think maybe we could just hang out for a bit. If more people want to come, then they'll come. But it would be a shame to not look at the rest of the festival. Wait, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. That's true, we should try and have some fun while we're here. Well, if everyone else agrees. If you guys want to do that, then I don't think I should be the one to stop you. I'll stay here in any case anyone does come. Monica comes up to me and whispers in my ear. Go with Natsuki. I'll help Sayori, like I said, don't worry. Monica winks and walks away. Wait, is it that obvious? Seeing as there's no reason to not take her advice, I go up to Natsuki. Natsuki wants to check out the rest of the festival with me. Natsuki glances around and sees everyone else looking at us. Well, sure, but I'll only go, but only because I have nothing better to do. Natsuki struggles to hide a smile on her face. Sure thing, Natsuki. We walk outside the classroom and try getting through the hallway, which is filled with groups of students. The chaos makes it difficult to tell where we're going, but it doesn't take too long for us to get a grip on things. Eventually, we managed to make it outside the school. There's a lot of stands, most of them carnival games. Oh my god. Okay, so this mod actually features outside the school. Anything look interesting to you, Natsuki? I guess I could try one of those games they have at some of those stands. To our left, we see a stand with a game where you have to throw a ball to knock over milk bottles. We walk over and see what I assume is a first year as she places some balls on the counter. You have 3 shots to knock over all bottles. Want to give it a try? I turn to Natsuki. Who should go first? You'll probably miss, so I don't mind you give the chance to have some fun at least trying. That's very nice of her, I think. I pick up a ball and get ready to throw. I take a deep breath and lob the ball at the bottles. 3 out of 9 bottles. Not bad. Natsuki picks up a ball as well. A stern look of concentration envelops on her face as she looks for the best angle to throw from. However, 10 seconds pass and she yells, still hasn't thrown. Natsuki, everything alright? Shh, I'm concentrating. Natsuki stares at the ball for a few more minutes and finally throws. It was a straight hard throw, which would have been more impressive if she did not only miss the bottles, but threw the ball so hard it bounced off the back of the stand and nearly hit one of us. Whoa, be careful. Fine, you can have the last shot. I pick up the last bowl and throw, only knocking off one bottle this time. Aw, that's a shame. Thanks for playing, though. Natsuki and I walk away only to be approached by a third year who looks like he could pass for a door-to-door salesman. How would you like to have your compatibility with compatibility, my bad, with each other measured? Excuse me? No, thank you. I try saying no only for him to drag both us and Natsuki. Okay, both me and Natsuki. You made a little typo, but it's alright. To a small table, another third year sits at the opposite end of us as the other third year walks away. Please have a seat. Natsuki and I try sitting down only to bump into each other, realizing the small problem. There's really only one chair for your love measures or thing. You two have to be closer together for this to work, after all. I motion with my hands for Natsuki to take the seat. Now each of you hand me your palm. I rather leave, thanks. But before Natsuki can try getting up, the third year grabs her palm anyway. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, but as long as we're stuck doing this, I throw out my palm as well. Yes, wait a moment. If you're already a couple, how am I supposed to measure your compatibility? I can't read. What? No, it's not like that. You have nothing to be ashamed of, but please do not waste my time. Frustrated, Natsuki gets up and walks away, grabbing my arm and dragging me along in the process. Jeez, the nerve of her. To be fair, I could see why she'd make the mistake. Yeah, but people shouldn't jump to conclusions like that, even if it's true that Natsuki stops mid-sentence. Natsuki? Whatever, let's just go get some food, okay? I haven't eaten all day. We head over to a stand that appears to be serving hamburgers. 2 hamburgers, please. I hand over some money to the person serving. Unfortunately, we're out of funds for regular burgers is crazy. Burgers, but we do have some delicious ramen burgers, however. I'm not so sure about that. Would you be fine with it, Natsuki? As I turn back to look at the server again, I see our money's already gone. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, but it isn't particularly expensive in the first place, so I let it slide. We head over to a nearby table and sit down. The luxury of sitting down for the festival for once feels nice, I have to admit. As hectic as these past few days have been, I have to admit they were kind of fun. You're not a terrible baker, so I can give you credit for that. Come on, there's no way they would have turned out as well as they did without you. Yeah, but besides that, I mean, what I said yesterday about us hanging out more often. By the way, if you ever want to meet up, just send me a text. I sent you 50 messages earlier, you didn't respond, but I'll keep it in mind. But I got here in the end, didn't I? Well, you're not wrong. I was just Natsuki quickly changes expression. Don't oversleep next time, okay? Can Natsuki really been that worried about me when she didn't see me responding to any of her messages? I thought you would have guessed I overslept, but maybe she thinks differently than I'd expected. I'll try. Sorry again for being late. The server comes over to our table and gives us each a hamburger that has ramen as the buns instead of traditional bread. It actually tastes okay, so I'm guessing at least my money's worth. I mean, I'm not gonna go and claim this festival is professional in the slightest, but it is a school festival, so I can't complain too much. After talking a bit more, we've finished eating and get up again. I'm exhausted. You? Yeah, I'm a little tired too, I guess. Guess we should head home, huh? I think I'd be fine with leaving the festival now. I'm glad I got to spend it with you. I had an okay time too. Better than if I didn't go with you, probably. Somehow we find ourselves staring into each other's eyes only for a brief moment, but it happened. Oh, it definitely happened. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. You too. There, I did it. I went for the festival, recited my poem, got to spend time with Natsuki. I'd say today was a success. I hope things can continue as well as they did. It's probably more likely to happen if I actually set my alarm clock correctly this time. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back, almost fell off my chair, but it's alright. Beep, beep. Well, at least I set my alarm clock correctly, so that's a decent start for the day. I can't read for some reason. As I'm waking up, I check my phone to see a text from Natsuki. It's from this morning and appears to be important. Bad news. I'll explain at literature club. That doesn't sound good. What could have happened? Oh, it doesn't sound good. Really? No shit, Sherlock. I arrive at the literature club filled with anxiety, and Natsuki is pacing around with her head down, almost as if she's waiting for something, or maybe someone. Natsuki? She perks up a bit, then looks over at me. Frisk, what's up? That's what I'd like you to tell me. I pull out my phone from my pocket to show her the messages she sent me this morning. Oh, that, yeah, did you hear? Natsuki looks at me, expecting me to already know what she's referring to. I'm going to assume I haven't. Parfait Girls got cancelled. They had the nerve to stop it at volume 78-2 right before the finale. Oh my god. You woke me up in the morning for this. Oh dang, sorry to hear that, Natsuki. Wasn't there supposed to be a movie coming out at some point though? I wonder what's going to happen with that. Since they put so much time and money into it, plus it's an original story unlike the anime adaptation, apparently they're going to still release it. I mean, I'd like to see it at some point, but it's just a movie. The manga is what matters most, and now it's gone. Even though I wasn't nearly as big as a fan of Parfait Girls as Natsuki was, it was still sad to hear since Natsuki looked so disappointed. Well, at least you have some other series to read, yeah? Yeah, but none of them are Parfait Girls. That's true. Then how about, I pause, trying to think of an idea. This isn't really something that needs to be solved in the first place, but there's no point in backing out now. Why don't you make your own manga? Natsuki glares at me. Very funny. You know, I thought you would have a bit more sympathy for me. I'd be sorry for you if your favorite manga got ended. I'm serious, I'll help you too. Seriously, sometimes you really don't get it. Creating a manga isn't nearly as easy as you're making it sound. Hey, I didn't say it would be easy. We don't have to do it all at once either. As long as we work on it a little at a time, I think it's possible. It doesn't have to be some bestseller either, or something we'd even sell in the first place, just something we do for fun. Besides, do you know it's that tough anyway? How do you know it's that tough anyway? Personal experience? Natsuki looks off to the side. That's besides the point. You wouldn't be on your own. Natsuki thinks it over for a few moments. Fine, but only so you'll stop bugging me about it. Alright, where should we start then? Can you draw, Frisk? I'm not terrible at drawing, I guess. Depending on what your definition of terrible is anyway. Okay, then I'll handle the writing. There's an awkward moment of silence. So, what's the manga? I'll be right back. Had to eat dinner, but I'm back. Well, what's your taste in manga anyway? I usually gravitate towards shonen manga, although I'm willing to branch out sometime. Shonen. We could probably make this work. You already know that I prefer a slice of life manga, but we can figure out something out. More silence. Okay, maybe this is gonna be harder than I imagined. The best writing material comes from real life, right? So why not draw inspiration from there? I have no idea what I'm saying now that I think about it. Yeah, but what inspiration am I supposed to get from there? My life's pretty boring anyway. Why not make our manga about this literature club? Bet this literature club is boring too. I hear Monika's disappointment in the distance. Oh, thanks. But we don't have any other ideas, so I'm still not sure how good this idea is, but I hope it sticks. Although, alright, we're gonna need a title. Any ideas? How about we name it the Doki Doki Literature Club? That title was painfully cheesy, but I was the last person to ask for advice for on a slice of life story. Are you kidding me? This isn't some kind of romance novel. What was on your mind to come up with this anyway? Hey, I made it on the spot. I never said my ideas would be any good. I hear snickering coming from somewhere else in the room. Monika! See, even Monika's laughing at it. But hey, if you want a romance element in it that badly, I didn't actually want any romance involved. Too late, you were the one who suggested it. I never suggested it. Natsuki was clearly fun messing with me. But for real, what will our characters be named? We're basing this off of our literature club, aren't we? Maybe reverse someone and everyone's name, something like Illustin, Ikonom, Ioi, Irai, and Royas. Iras. Okay, that sounds amazing. Come on, you could at least try to make this good. Take this more seriously. Kisaref. To be fair, I guess my name backwards doesn't sound too great. I should have just... I should have just named myself Todd, so Todd Dot. To be fair, my name backwards doesn't sound too great. I should have just named myself Taco Cat. You're working on a manga. I turn around and see Yuri pass by. Although manga is not one of my interests, I do excel at writing. You know, maybe I can help. Natsuki interrupts her. That won't be necessary, thanks. Yuri quietly walks away, slightly offended. What was that for? We don't need any distractions while we work on this. Distractions? What are you talking about? Yuri, I don't need you paying any attention to her. Are you jealous of her, Natsuki? I can see Natsuki clenching her fists a bit, then taking a deep breath. No. So there'd be no issue adding Yuri to the team, right? I won't go that far. I clearly wasn't going to get anywhere with this, so I decided to drop the subject. You're the boss, Natsuki, so if you're feeling that strongly, I just feel kinda insecure sometimes. Natsuki openly admitting something like that, that's weird. Oh. We avert our eyes to the speaker from the school's PA system. Due to technical issues that have arisen from the festival yesterday, school will be closed tomorrow. Wait, so did they finally notice the damage the pyrotechnics did, or was it because of the wall that was broken down due to the bullfighting match? There was a bullfighting match. Okay, that's crazy. Oh well, I guess there's no school tomorrow. Then in that case, then I should probably think of something else to do in that case. Natsuki looks like she's deep in thoughts about something. Frisk, I need to go shopping for food tomorrow. Wanna come? Are you asking me on? Natsuki reacts quickly. I need help shopping, that's all. I'm pretty sure you don't need a second person to go grocery shopping, but whatever. I think I'm free then. Let me check my schedule. Bro, this man has got too much free time. He does not need no schedule. I looked through my phone and checked what I was doing for the rest of the week to make sure I was able to go. You don't have plans with anyone, do you? No, not that I know of. Good. I think I figured it out. Natsuki seems to get jealous easily, but I just wish she knew she doesn't have to do that. What's she so scared of anyways? Tomorrow then. Yep, now let's get back to this manga. Yeah, where were we again? An hour passes and we're feeling good about what we've accomplished. We've gotten pretty far with this, right? Well, last time I checked, we're finished. 1 page. I could have sworn we did more than that. Nope, all we did was the title page. Natsuki holds up a page I drew. It featured poorly drawn versions of the literature club members and myself all in dramatic pose. At the top was our title, The Literature Club Friends. It hasn't been colored in yet. Man, this is never gonna work. Sayuri walks by. What's this? A mistake? Is the dumb manga project we're working on? I think it looks great. You don't have to sugarcoat everything, Sayuri. I'm serious, you guys did your best and that's what matters. What's important is that your style and feelings go into what you make. A manga is perfect with writing and art might be nice, but if it's soulless, then what's the point? Well, I guess you weren't wrong. If there's something I could give advice on, it'd be the title. It's a bit generic, yeah? How about? Sayuri poses, but struggles to come up with anything. Let's work on the title another time. Monica walks by. Actually, you're going to have to work on the manga over time. Period. It's time to go after all. What? We're only getting started. After Natsuki objects, she puts her head down. Yeah, we can we stay a bit longer? Well, you technically could, but why not stay at a place a bit cozier? You're working on a romance novel, right? Natsuki quickly interjects. No, and we don't have to work on something. We don't have to work somewhere cozy. We could work on it in a prison cell and be fine. Whatever you say. Monica winks as she walks out the door with Sayuri. Oh my god, Monica! Natsuki glances at the rest of the room and sees that nobody else is here anymore. Alright, let's go to your house. Wait, what? To work on the manga? Duh, come on, before it's late. Natsuki pulls me by the arm out of the classroom. Turns out we were going to keep working after all. Before I knew we were at my house. Okay, let's go back to work then. Actually, I'm kind of out of ideas. What the heck are we here for? To think. How else will we get ideas for manga? Besides, I can't let you sit alone and do nothing but watch anime on a tiny computer screen for the rest of your life like some NEET. What do you suggest we do then? You wouldn't be a NEET if you watched anime with more than one person, so why not start with that? Didn't know you watch anime. It would be fair to assume though, since reading manga and watching anime kind of go hand in hand. That's right, and I have you know my taste in anime is as good as my taste in manga. In that case, I'll let you decide what we should watch. Perfect, because I just chose the thing to help us to draw inspiration for our manga. Is this even still about our manga? After taking a few seconds to search through her backpack, Natsuki pulls out a set of Blu-ray DVDs. I take a moment and I think I recognize the cover. The Parfait Girls anime. More importantly, you brought that with you to school? Sure, in most cases I recommend to read the manga, but you've already read a lot of it, so it's nice to see the subtle differences that are in the anime. Plus, it's more Perfect Girls. The anime doesn't have any filter episodes either. The anime doesn't have any filter episodes. So the manga has filters, but the anime, which one? Okay, it depends which one came first, I guess. If that's what you want to watch, then let's do it. I'll go set it up. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The rest of that afternoon was a lot of fun, but I don't think it ever actually worked. We actually worked on the manga at any point, but that's fine. The Parfait Girls anime was good. Actually, it was interesting to see the nuisance in this version, and it was something even I could appreciate. Crap, I just realized it's time for me to go now. Natsuki gets off the beanbag. We sat on while watching our show and rushes to pick up all her stuff. I wish I could stay longer, but we have tomorrow, don't we? Yeah, I'll see you then. Natsuki waves as she walks out of my room, only for her backpack to get caught on the doorknob, causing her to trip. I'm fine! Natsuki gets up and is soon out of my house, as I am left with a satisfied smile on my face. It would be nice if I could keep goofing off with Natsuki, but not having to worry about the burdens of life. It would be nice if both of us could. Okay, yeah, it was all a dream. I forgot to disable it yesterday since there's no school right now, but it did remind me how I was going to spend my time with Natsuki today. Alright, it was not all a dream. That's always a good sign. Putting things into perspective though, this would likely be a smoother process if I hadn't forgotten to ask her when we were actually going. I pick up my phone and text Natsuki asking when she wanted to get there. It's almost immediately she messaged me back. How about now? This feels a little early by my standards, but I'd probably get anxious waiting anyways. I text back saying it will be fine and proceed to make myself look at least slightly presentable. A little bit later, I hear a knock on my door. I open it up and see Natsuki standing there looking slightly impatient but also happy to see me. Okay, so a lot more new mod artwork. As we can see, there's like now the front entrance of the house. That's pretty cool. So are you ready or what? I'm guessing you're ready, so that means I'm ready too. Alright, I'm hoping you're not too slow when helping me with this, by the way. Well, I'll try my best. I've gone grocery shopping plenty of times, so it's not like there's gonna be any issues. But for all I know, Natsuki could be some pro grocery shopper or something if that exists. We arrive at a large supermarket that I don't think I've ever been to. There's large crowds scrambling around, which makes it slightly difficult to see where everything is. Come on, we've got a lot of time, but not that much time. We walk further inside and I wait on Natsuki to tell me the details of this trip. We're in Ko Supermarket, the large store that should have everything we need for now. Interesting, I've never heard of this place. Anything special about it? What's great about the store is the low prices on almost everything, which makes this place the obvious pick. You should start coming here too, unless you have bad taste in grocery stores or something. I didn't know it was possible to have bad taste in places to shop for food, but now I do. What are we gonna be buying anyways? Cupcake supplies, duh, it's always important to be stocked up on ingredients. That's fair, where do we start? First up is flour, follow me, it's just a few aisles away. Wouldn't it be more convenient if we split up to get more done instead? Natsuki freezes. Nah, we're fine like this. Whatever you say, Natsuki. We head over to the flour and sugar section, and Natsuki looks through the flowers. Bro, it's just flour. You're not gonna taste it. Just get whatever. There are many of the same kind, but each are different brands. I noticed that Natsuki is taking a while to pick something out. Just get the cheapest one. It's flour. You're not gonna taste it. I don't think the brand is gonna affect the taste too much. It's not about the brand. Price is the most important thing here. Okay. Stuff like 4 pounds of flour being cheaper overall than a single 10-pound bag, you mean. Basically, it's a long process, and even though we should have enough time to do this, you have to be very careful. I see. I didn't realize you were so through with this kind of stuff. Well, if you can save money, then why wouldn't you, right? Natsuki does bring up a good point. I never really paid attention to those kinds of things when shopping. Well, and I hated doing math. A few moments later, Natsuki finally picks out a bag of flour. Here, hold this. Without giving me time to react, she throws the bag at me and I barely catch it as she looks at her shopping list again. It would have been faster for her to just put the flour in the shopping cart we took before coming in, but I guess she must have been in too much of a rush to think straight. Okay, next up are eggs. We move over to the aisle that has egg cartons as Natsuki is picking which kind to buy again. I decide to strike up a conversation. Are you making these cupcakes for an event or something? That part is not important, trust me. I don't know. If it's not important, I don't think there would be an issue telling me. If you're making it for someone, I can keep it a secret. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough anyway. Shouldn't you be helping me right now or something? I really have no idea what I'm supposed to be helping with in the first place. I like to sigh, but it's not as if I haven't gotten used to the Natsuki's occasional moments of bizarre logic. Okay. Wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't know how I'm supposed to help. What's next on the list? I think it's in the shopping cart. As Natsuki mentioned, I find the list while peering into the cart. Next up should be butter. Alright then, let's get going. Natsuki finds the perfect carton of eggs to put into the cart and we continue our trip once more. I was wondering, Natsuki wants me to help you bake cupcakes once we're done all this. Natsuki looks up to the side then back at me. Normally I would, but yeah? I'll just say that this is a special occasion. Oh, I see. I quiet down as I wonder what that's supposed to mean. The whole thing felt a bit strange to me. Was it a date or not? Maybe I'm misinterpreting things, but at the same time I'd be lying if I said I didn't like spending more time with Natsuki. Maybe one day I could ask her out on an actual date. You know, actually call it a date, and have us specifically refer to it as a date. But I don't think we have the courage to do that. So I may as well forget it for now. Our shopping trip continued until we had all the supplies we needed and headed out to the self-checkout brand. I noticed that Natsuki pulled out a membership card for this place, so she must have more regular than I thought. Right, how much for all of this? It should be... Oh wow, that's a new record. New record? Yeah, I'd like to see how cheap I can get this stuff for, not counting the coupons, of course. You know, that's cheap enough that I wouldn't mind paying for it. I have enough money on me, I think. Natsuki looks a bit nervous. You don't have to do that. Actually, if you seriously want to, then sure. Of course, I don't mind. Natsuki smiles for a moment. Thanks, but remember that you volunteered, so I'm not paying you back. Bro, the artwork though, just look. The devs really trying hard to mimic that old Doki style. After we get everything together, we walk out carrying a few grocery bags. Well, I'm certainly not an expert on shopping for food, but I have to admit this was fun. It's usually boring, but it was nice to have someone come along, so I guess I have you to thank for that. Yeah, there was an awkward silence. I had the urge to say something, but couldn't figure out entirely what it was. Natsuki. Yeah? Nope, I can't do this. Good luck baking those cupcakes. Of course. And, Natsuki also struggles to get out whatever she was trying to say. Good luck with whatever you usually do. What was I supposed to say here? Thanks. Thanks, what was it? You know, one day I'll confess my feelings, or maybe Natsuki will beat me to it, and if she even has feelings strong enough to overcome her pride. But regardless of what happens, I'll be there for her. I'm still in my bed at home, trying to put things into perspective. It hasn't been that long since I joined the literature club, but it's still been long enough. Long enough for me to feel like I have a connection with the club members and most importantly Natsuki. When Sayori finally first asked me to join the club, I didn't think it would lead to this. Sure, I've had feelings for girls in the past, but I don't think they've been as strong as they are when I'm with Natsuki. She can be difficult to get through, yeah, but there's still a genuine kindness to her underneath all her insecurities. And hey, it's good when a girl shares my interest in manga. Thinking about it, it's interesting how manga has gotten us closer to each other. Not only reading it together, but when we tried making our own manga yesterday as well. It doesn't matter that we barely got anywhere, she was clearly enjoying herself and so was I. I don't know what has been coming over me, but I picked my phone without thinking. I sent a message to Natsuki goodnight. I feel incredibly embarrassed after doing so. Do friends even do that? It's not like we're in a relationship. What was I thinking? Expecting the worst, I soon get a response from Natsuki. You too. My mind is put to ease But then I'm wondering other things too. Okay, so I'm gonna just save just in case. Hey, you never know, you might have to save soon. If I were to confess, what would I even say? When would it happen? Would something happen that would push me to say it? I barely know anything at this point. All I know is tomorrow's a new day, and I get to enjoy spending time with Natsuki, and hopefully she's enjoying spending time with me. Oh my god, okay, this is taking some turns that I never realized. Alright, I didn't realize that this mod was gonna get so in depth, but it actually is. Man, did I even get any sleep last night? It's hard for me to tell with how tired I am. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Another day still means another session with the literature club, although that's not to say that's a bad timing. Which reminds me, I wonder how Natsuki is doing. I mean, things were a bit awkward when we left in the grocery store. No, that's the wrong way to think of it. If I keep getting nervous about this, I'm not gonna get anywhere. In the end, what's gonna happen will happen. For now, I just need to live my life the way I normally do, and so I turn off my alarm clock and get ready for school. With another dull day of class over, did I mention that I hate French class? I head over to the literature club. I walked into the room and see all the members doing their own thing. The exception to this is Natsuki, who is sitting with her head down at a desk. It's possible that she was asleep, but it's hard to tell. Hey Frisk, it's good to see you came. After greeting Monika, Yuri, and Sayori, I walk over to Natsuki. Natsuki, you awake? Natsuki slowly rubs her eyes, realizing it was my voice she heard. Her head perks up. I like to think she perked up because it was my voice specifically, but I'm jumping to conclusions at this point. It's about time you showed up. Natsuki stretches her arms and yawns. Did you not get much sleep last night? I guess you could say that. Was something keeping you up then? I've been thinking of something a lot. Yeah. Nothing to do with you or anything like that. Yeah, same here. Huh? I probably could have worded that better. Oh, it's nothing. I had trouble sleeping last night too. Yeah. Either way, we were both tired and both flustered because it was clear we had been confused by what was going on, yet didn't question it. Maybe it was both. I didn't know for sure that things had felt different lately. So what should we do today? Natsuki yawns again, trying to close her eyes. There's always manga. I'd like it if you read to me, actually. Natsuki quickly opens her eyes, realizing how strange it is for her to say something like that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just super tired, okay? It feels strange to see a side of Natsuki that's this calm. Like her tense attitude has worn off. This has to be the effect that not getting enough sleep has on some people. We spent some time reading manga together. Although Natsuki asked me to read to her because she was tired, she went back to being her usual self pretty soon. Okay everyone, we all turned towards Monika. Since it's been a while since we've held an event, I was thinking of things we could do. We participated in school festival only a few days ago though. As I was saying, I decided we should do something nice and simple to help us get to know each other better. As long as it's not something stupid like Natsuki is interrupted. That's right, we're doing a show and tell. Show and tell, you mean the thing where you bring an item and tell people about it? Isn't that like something only little kids do though? Yeah, but it still holds a lot of value. For one thing, it's good for improving public speaking skills. Not that you guys did a bad job at the festival, but there's always room for improvement. It also helps us to get to know each other better, especially you, Frisk, since you haven't been part of that club for that long. This is embarrassing. You could have picked something less terrible. Just because half the people here act like kids doesn't mean we have to treat them like it. I'll admit, I was running out of ideas for events, and this was the last one I could think of, but still. Then do you have any event ideas that comes to mind, Natsuki? Natsuki stops to think. Well, come on, Yuri, you shouldn't put someone on the spot like that. It seems this was my time to step in. Why don't we write poems together? We already do that. That's the point of the club, Frisk. Oh yeah, actually I have a potential suggestion. Go ahead, Yuri. We can write all our names down. We can write all our names down and separate slips of paper and draw them out of a hat. The name that gets picked decides on an activity they enjoy. For example, if Natsuki's name was picked, we could all read manga together. This would encourage us to broaden our interests while ensuring the selection process is completely fair. Well, what is everyone think? Sounds good to me. It might work, but don't expect me to show up if it's something dumb. I'll drag you there then. How about we do a raffle now and sort out the details later? I agree, I will set it up. Yuri writes down everyone's names and then comes up to us with a request. We'll need someone along the lines of I had to put these in. I have a cat beanie if that will work. Natsuki grabs a beanie out of her backpack. It is the design of a cutely drawn gray cat, which is something I'd expect from her at this point. It's your beanie, so you should probably draw the names, Natsuki. In a few moments, the drawing is already over. Natsuki looks at the paper that was drawn and reads it. Frisk. Wait, me? Yes, you. I didn't expect to win the raffle. Honestly, it was only a 1 in 5 chance after all, but I guess it's all on me now. So what event do you have in mind? Oh, why'd you just have to put me on the spot like that? Let's have a second of thinking here. Manga. How about we read some manga? Manga isn't my preferred form of reading, but I'm fine with it nonetheless. I'd be up for it, but you probably knew that. How's it gonna work though? Will we all read from the same book? It might be a little cramped if we do that. We could each read a different book and share our thoughts once we're done reading, maybe. Well, that's not exactly the most social group activity, but it's your choice. Oh, how else? Let's do it then. Natsuki, why don't you pick a series out of everyone? I'll do you a favor and help choose what each person would like to. After choosing out a manga for each of us to read, we read it in silence as we open to the first page of each one. Natsuki and I choose to read the same manga since it's something we've done for so long. We choose the spin-off to Parfait Girls, Ice Cream Sundae. Once we're done reading it, I asked Natsuki for her thoughts on it. It's okay, it was a decent attempt as a spin-off, but misses the original point of Parfait Girls. Still enjoyable though. Yeah, I agree it was decent, but that's about it. Well, now you can say you've read it, can't you? I'm not sure if I can think of many situations where I'd be bragging about reading this, but you never know. I look towards Natsuki again and realize something extremely surprising. We're really holding hands. But when did that happen? Was it me or her who did it? For now I should keep quiet, but as Monica walks over, I see you two are enjoying yourselves. Natsuki and I look down and notice. Although this was her first time seeing it, I think. Ah, no! We quickly moved our hands away. Didn't you have fun? No, we had fun. It's just, it's none of your business. Instead of outright denying any claims about it, if something wasn't going on between us, Natsuki actually instead tells Monica to back off. I wonder if that counts as progress, I had no idea what happened there, but afterwards, the rest of the day seemed to vanish. I definitely had fun the whole way through and can't wait for tomorrow. Life's looking brighter than ever. I don't think I could bring it down at this point. I feel really happy today. Maybe it's because of Natsuki or something, or maybe it's not, but man, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Luckily, life has its way of making sure happiness doesn't last, as I find a concerning message on my phone this morning from Natsuki. I need to talk to you about something. This wasn't Natsuki's usual texting style filled with emoticons or emojis. Instead, it gave off a much more serious tone. Granted, that didn't mean it was anything bad. It might not have even been anything important at all. Alright, let's think. Well, she called us over because her favorite manga ended, so. But just the thought of what the message could mean scared me. If earlier I felt like nothing can bring me down, now I feel like I've been brought back to reality. I respond, asking her what's going on. Several minutes pass until I get a response. It's nothing. Never mind. There's no way it was nothing. I suspect that there's definitely something going on, but if Natsuki doesn't want to tell me, then that's that. It's none of my business, right? But I wish I was. I wish I could help. All I can do for now, though, is respect her wishes. Of course, I'm probably looking way too deep into this. I walk into the literature club and see the same familiar scene that I always do. Sarah and Monica are working on poems. Yuri is reading a book in the corner of the room, and Natsuki is still sitting alone at the desk. I walk over to Natsuki and sit down next to her. Hi. Natsuki speaks in a monotone voice. Hey. Think we should read some manga. Whatever you want. Earlier, I said it was none of my business, but I'd be lying if at least I wasn't curious. I still need to respect her feelings, though. So for now, we'll keep reading manga, and if what's going on with her becomes relevant, I'll know. Going over to the closet, I search for next volumes of Ice Cream Sundae Girls. Once I find it, I go back to the desk. Ice Cream Sundae Girls again. Well, what we read last time is mediocre, but who's to say the series doesn't get better over time? I read the entire series. It doesn't get better over time. Oh, read it to me anyway, okay? Are you tired again or something? That's one thing, yeah. I just don't feel like myself today. I'm always willing to help if you need it, you know? We'll see about that. We'll see about that. What's that supposed to mean? I like to think I'm a fairly reliable guy, or was I misinterpreting her statement? Come on, read already. Yeah, of course. That, well, ended up being a day. Then it was back in my house, as anxious as usual. Before I knew it, it was the next morning. Another text came from Netsuki, this one worrying me even more. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what? What am I not supposed to worry about? Saying that makes me even more worried. For what reason, though? I don't know much about Natsuki when it comes down to it. I know she doesn't live a perfect life, but none of us do. Am I getting nervous for nothing? Will any of this matter in a month or even a week? Okay, so far this is amazing because he's overthinking everything, which, first of all, amazing effort in the mod. This is already going amazingly, alright? This might actually be one of the best mods of any game that I've ever played. As things are, I continue to stand by Natsuki's side. There's nothing else that would make me happy. If I can continue to be able to do that, at least. I'm back at the literature club and go up to Natsuki, who once again is sitting alone at the desk. What's up? Nothing. I doubt it's truly nothing, though. She seems more distant than usual. Like I said before, just remember that if you want to talk to me, I'm here for you. Sure. I read manga to her again, but she didn't seem to be enjoying it nearly as much. But hey, not much else I can do, right? But when it was Sayori, you were full in depth trying to figure everything out, trying to help her, doing everything, going to her house. Well, I guess you can't really go to Natsuki's house, but oh yeah, I guess she won't really meet up in person if something like this is happening. Another day passed, leading to another morning, another twist. Text. I said not to worry about it. Just confirm my suspicion about there being something major going on. I don't know what it is though, and I doubt I'll be able to easily find it. The rest of the day, the rest of the day involved Natsuki giving me the cold shoulder though, so that's starting to become something consistent. Things repeated like this for several days. Natsuki continued to get colder and colder towards me until one day things were different. I wake up and check my phone as usual, and I get a message from Natsuki. This one worries me the most because I feel like this past week had been leading up to something, and I was finally about to find out what it was. We need to get something straight. The literature club, after everyone's left, will work fine. And here I am in the literature club. Before I can get any manga, Natsuki tells me not to bother. So we sat together, both bored yet nervous at the same time, unaware of what today would lead to. Natsuki knew much more than I did, though. The music has stopped. Alright, I know this is not a horror mod. This is non-horror, but it's still kind of scaring me. Triple dots. A few hours feel like they've passed before Natsuki decides to look around. Okay, everyone's gone. What was it you wanted to tell me? Where do I start? I'm so confused by everything. I keep trying to figure out if I'm making the right choices or if I'm discussing this with you is a good idea. Think about it, it might not be a good idea. Why did I even send that text to you? Why did I think making decisions at 2 a.m. was okay to do? Whatever, it doesn't matter. All I have to say now is Natsuki anxiously twiddles her thumbs for a moment and then slams her hands on the desk, startling me. What's wrong with you? Huh? I thought you would have left. So why are you still here? What are you talking about? We're friends, aren't we? I was so cold to you. I tried scaring you off. I tried to retreat and be by myself. Why didn't it work? Why haven't you left me yet? As mean as I can be, even if it can't get much crueler. Natsuki, I figured out no one next Natsuki had been intending or anything like that. No, I can worry about that later. I finally figured out what it was that the time for that. I realized this was the moment. Because if not now, then when? I have to say this. Because I want to be there for you. Because I want you to be able to trust me. Because no matter what, I want to always help. I take a deep breath. Most important of all, though, because I like you a lot. Natsuki is stunned. She stands there for several moments until tears begin to roll down her face. You can't make this easy for me, can you? Dang it. I like you too, but that's not the point. I can't keep living like this. Natsuki bursts into tears and hugs me. Things are happening so fast, yet I don't have time to think. Like I said, I'll always be there for you. That's a promise, Natsuki. Natsuki's words come out in between her sob. I don't get it. What do I do to deserve to have someone be this nice to me? Deep breaths. Natsuki, it's still okay, and I'll make sure of that. Time felt like it had froze, except for Sayori, who I had to shoo away when she walked by. Anyway, that'll probably come up later, but I don't particularly care at this moment. I don't shoo off Sayori. I guess this isn't a great moment. All I care about right now is comforting Natsuki. You can trust me, Natsuki. I don't know what your life is like right now, but I can say with absolute certainty you can trust me. Natsuki tries to speak, but is so exhausted that no words come out of her mouth. Just relax. And she does. She relaxes so much that she falls asleep, still in my arms. Triple dot. Well, it was a nice feeling, but I did eventually get a bit tired of standing up. Alright, Natsuki. Natsuki slowly wakes up and yawns. What happened? Nothing happened. You had a bad day and needed to let it all out, that's all. I was serious, though. I do have feelings for you, but it's complicated, yeah? I scramble my brain to think of ideas. The weekend's almost here, so maybe there's no school tomorrow, so I've got an idea. You don't have to agree to it, but I think you should. Let's have a day where we forget about all the bad things. We could go somewhere to eat, for example. It doesn't have to be called a date, either. Just a relaxation date. Does that sound good to you? Natsuki briefly smiles. Sure. Then it's settled. I'll text you the details, okay? Got it. I'll be looking forward to it, I guess. Natsuki starts walking out of the classroom. And, thank you. Anytime. This is so cute. This is so beautiful. Soon after I slowly walk home, yet only when I'm laying in bed do things really sink in. Seriously, I confessed to Natsuki, I actually did it. And she said she liked me back too. Holy crap. I had my suspicions, sure. But to actually hear the words, the feeling is incredible. She did say that things were complicated, and I don't really know what that means, but for now it doesn't matter. All I'm thinking about is tomorrow and that it'll be the best day ever. As for what happens after, that doesn't matter to me. I don't want to worry about that yet. What matters to me are my feelings now. One day, separated from everything else, a day of peace, a day that felt like filler in our lives. The day was today. There was plenty of time until me and Natsuki were supposed to go to dinner, though. Until then, I messaged her about a variety of dumb stuff. She gushed out her favorite anime, I gushed out about mine, that sort of thing. It just felt good to talk like this. And before I knew it, it was already almost 7 p.m. Oh, it's night, I think, because outside is dark. It's not long now until I hear a knock at the door and open it to see Natsuki, who looks happy for the first time in a while. I'm guessing you're ready then. Yep. And so it begins. We head off to a restaurant I picked. It was a pretty fancy choice, or at least a place I would never normally go to. But this is a special occasion, isn't it? I don't mind stepping out my comfort zone for sometimes. We walk into the front doors of the restaurant and I go up to the host behind the front counter. I believe I called yesterday for a reservation for 2. Of course, sir. Natsuki smirks. Sir? I think it fits me quite well, personally. Whatever, sir. First name? Frisk. Last name? Right. Well, Frisk don't really got a last name, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. First of all, the artwork is really great. They even made like reflections and everything. This is really like Doki style, but like it's amazing. It actually fits the mod. I personally love it so far. Excuse me? I look up from my menu. What's wrong? They gave me a freaking kids meal. For real? Yeah, can you believe it? Natsuki shows me her menu, which does turn out to be a kids meal. To be fair, it's not that unlikely for them to have made a mistake. Still though, I'm small, yeah, but that's it, small. I'm not 12 anymore. I don't need a stupid kids meal. Canonically in the game she's 18, so she doesn't, yeah, she's right. An employee walking over notices something going on and she quickly walks over. Is something the matter? Is something the matter? Is something the matter? Wait. Yeah, I'm not a kid anymore, so what's up with the kids menu? It's not a big deal, please, but get her another menu. I see, one moment then. The employee walks off. I'm just saying, Natsuki, just because I'm short doesn't mean anything. Short adults exist, you know. Some of them are probably hot too. They don't look as good as me, of course, but still. After sighing, I look around to see a few people starting to stare at us. I totally agree. Please try not to draw too much attention to us, though. Natsuki sits back, crosses her arms, and pouts. It's the truth, though. I look and see the employee is walking back to us. Here you are, madam. I raise an eyebrow as the employee walks away. And you joked about me calling sir. At least I deserve my title. Well, who am I to say otherwise? We should probably start looking at our menus, though, madam. We both glaze over our menus. I try to look at Natsuki's facial expressions and see what I think is a gasp between that menu. Is that expensive? It's gotta be a typo. Nope, it's an upper class restaurant with upper class prices. Yeah, it's expensive, dumbass. Frisk, what were you thinking? It's one thing that I can't pay for this, but I can't make you spend this much money either. Why not? It wouldn't feel right. Hey, it's my money. I've got enough of it too. What else am I supposed to spend it on? That was a lie. I'm close to being broke, but it sounded good at the time, so I said it anyway. Regardless, I slowly leaned in closer. Besides, you're worth it. Natsuki gets flustered and seems to forget how to respond. I'll find some way to get my money's worth. Maybe I can feed you since memories are more valuable than money alone, and that's all. Natsuki looks even more stunned. What? Come on, I was kidding, unless you want me to feed you. What the heck? Since when was I this confident? Since when did I even use? What? Okay, whatever. Fine. If you want me to hurry up and order something that badly, then I will. Natsuki pulls up her menu again, but before she does, I quickly catch a smile on her face. I guess I can't have messed up that badly then. After we're done ordering our dishes, we have a moment to ourselves. Nice place, eh? It was the fanciest restaurant I could find. That doesn't mean it's okay for them to rip you off. I ordered the cheapest thing on the menu, by the way, so you're welcome for that. Like I said, you're worth it, and I wanted to choose somewhere nice with memorable food. Unless their food is memorable for the wrong reasons. You still seem tense. I put my hand close to hers. May I? She nods her head as we proceed to hold hands. Forget about everything else for now and enjoy the moment. You're not so bad at this romance thing after all. Not that it matters. We already said this wasn't a date anyways. The moment was perfection. You order? Never mind. Thanks. The employee behind me walks around the table, delivering each of our meals to us. Enjoy. The employee walks away as we're about to dig into our food. I ordered fried lobster while Natsuki ordered macaroni and cheese, and she says, "Oh, I don't need the kids' meal." You gotta admit that this has been fun, hasn't it? Yeah, it's nice to get away from life sometimes. Although I will say this mac and cheese. Natsuki takes a bite of her meal. Meh. The place of pasta is exquisite. There's the perfect amount for cheese, both melted and shredded. Well, maybe I don't actually know. Frankly, it just looks like your average dish of mac and cheese to me. That's quite the mac and cheese, huh? I'll share some of my food with you if you like. Nah, I'm not a fan of lobster. Natsuki plays with her fingers and says something in a quiet voice. But thanks for offering. Man, it feels good. I feel like I've finally gotten through to her, which is all I wanted. Once we finish our Once we finish our meal. Okay. Once we finish our meal, I write a check and get ready to leave. I notice Natsuki looking shyly at me. We should do this again sometime. I'll think about it. It's more assuring than outright no, I guess. Thanks for everything, Frisk. I really enjoyed being with you. Me too, Natsuki. I'll see you at school in a few days then. Yep. We stare at each other's eyes for a brief moment, only for both of us to quickly look away once we realize what we're doing. Haha, why does this feel familiar? Yeah, later. Bye. And that was the end of the most calming day I've had in a long time. Save. Alright, we gotta save. After today's success, I sit on my bed and decide to think about it. So many things could have gone wrong today, but they didn't. Today felt like pure bliss. It feels wonderful to have a day that can look back on like this. When I look back at a lot of my memories, for example, they might seem happy, but only during that moment. The rest of the day could have been awful. But today was a great from start to finish. I hope that things continue to stay like this. They probably won't though, but that's something I'll deal with tomorrow if it comes up. For now though, it's time to sleep. Whenever I wake up and check my phone, it was usually to see if I had received any text from people in general. Now though, it's to see if I've been messaged by Natsuki. I think it's interesting how things change over time. She didn't message me this morning, by the way, which is fair, seeing as I didn't message her this morning either. Although it's not like she's obligated to message me in the first place. I don't think she's messaged me this whole weekend, actually. Regardless, since the weekend is over now and there's a school day today, I'm heading off there. Eventually, I arrive to the literature club and expect to see the same side as usual, but it's a bit different this time as Natsuki is nowhere to be seen. Curious and slightly worried, I ask the other members if they know anything. So Monica, do you know where Natsuki is? I don't think so. Anything you need? Bro, Monica. I already know what you're about to bring up. Just watch. No, it's nothing. Okay, never mind. She didn't bring it up. Okay. It was actually nothing, of course. Have you seen Natsuki, Yuri? Yuri? Sayori! It's Sayori, not Yuri. Nope, I thought you know where she was after all. Well, what happened a few days ago? I sigh. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Guess that leaves Yuri, although I didn't expect to get any answers from her. Yuri, have you seen Natsuki anywhere? I don't believe so. I know it, I walk away only to notice Natsuki walking in. Natsuki, I almost thought you weren't gonna be here today. I needed some time to myself. I see. Should we read manga now? No. Natsuki dismisses me and sits in a corner. Now what? Natsuki? I turn and see Monica walking over to Natsuki. What's up? You're not usually late. I already said I needed some time to myself. I decided to go over as well. Don't forget, I'm always here if you need to talk. Yes, I know. You don't need to repeat it. Okay. What happened? Yesterday went so well. Sure, there's a lot of things I don't know about, but for Natsuki to be on this edge... Hey, Natsuki. I turn again and see Sayori this time. I'm sitting in this corner for a reason. I thought I made it obvious I didn't want to be around anyone. I don't mean this in a rude way, Natsuki, but if you don't want to be around anyone, what made you come here today? You guys would have came looking for me if I didn't show up. She's not entirely wrong, I suppose. I certainly would have looked for her. I spent the rest of the day not really doing anything. I didn't even have the desire to talk with Sayori. I had gotten so used to spending time with Natsuki, I didn't think much about what would happen if that stopped. The past week she wasn't nearly as enthusiastic, yeah, but at least she was there. We still read manga together. So what now? Our friendship isn't just gonna end like this, right? Especially after we expressed our feelings for each other. The only idea I have to do now, what I've always done, and stay by her side. I can give her some space, but I want to be there for her. This may be going against her wishes, but I can't sit and do nothing. I'll never give up on her. And so it was another day. School felt like it was dragging on forever, and getting to the literature club didn't make up for it at its point. I was inside the room as Natsuki was here on time today, still sitting in the corner. I go up to her and ask a question. Are you feeling any better today? No, and I'd like you to stop asking me, okay? Alright. I walk away and sigh, unsure of what the future would hold. You didn't make her mad, did you? I noticed Sayori from the corner of my eye. How dare you, Frisk? It's not like that, I swear. At least, I don't think it is. You don't think? It means she's not... if she's not gonna tell me, then I'll never know, right? I don't think that's entirely true. What have you been doing the past few days? Nothing. That would make her mad. I took her out to a restaurant 2 days ago and she seemed to enjoy it. We both did. So there's something going on between you two. I knew it. Sayori, that's not the point. Besides, it's not like... I see Natsuki and get up and come over to me and Sayori. You were talking about me, huh? You weren't eavesdropping, were you? To be fair, I guess we are in the same room as each other. Seriously, Frisk, just go away. It'll be easier that way. I don't get it anymore. Where did this story just go? It was so perfect just a few seconds ago. Okay, I just don't get it. Over the next few weeks, Sayori and I tried coming up with ways to break through to Natsuki. Unfortunately, each plan failed worse than the last. I remember our first attempt. I thought my plan to get her open up was decent enough, but I guess not. I don't know if you forgot, but go away. That's all I'm asking. It's not that hard. Then we tried the next day. This time went even worse. How many times do I have to say it? Leave! Bro, she wants you to leave, it's not much you can do there. Leave. Leave. Still don't get it yet. Later that day, I tried calling Natsuki's phone, but the call ended after one ring. When that happened, it usually meant that the phone you're calling ran out of battery, or it can also mean she couldn't have blocked me, right? I texted her earlier or anything, so if she did, it would have been something she did on her own. Maybe that third time would be the charm at the end of all this, but it wasn't. But we kept trying. We had to, after all. Or at least I had to. And so, another day was another attempt. Are you dumb? How many times are you gonna try this? It's not happening. But there was a sliver of hope in my heart that I could still win. Just one more day. I'm getting really sick of doing this, you know? No matter how long it might take, I was determined just one more day. Can't you respect my one wish? What if I died or something and you had to deal with the fact that you didn't follow my one simple wish and that there was no way of making it up to me anymore? This story took a pretty dark turn pretty quick. How would that feel, huh? Natsuki, perhaps you'd like a few days off from the club? If there's something bothering one of my club members, I want to make sure that... Screw off, Monica! But I had to do it. I had to... Frisk, stop. Huh? There's something you're not telling me about you and Natsuki. She's been rude towards everyone, but the most towards you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help too, you know? But I need to know everything to do that. It's like I said, I've got no idea what could have made her mad. I keep telling myself that. But what if I did do something to make her mad? What if I did it all along, voluntarily, but couldn't figure out what it was? No, it doesn't matter. Even if it's my fault, I promise to make it up to Natsuki. I suggest apologizing to her, but I somehow don't think that will make much of a difference at this point. It'd be way too late for that. But what then? We've tried everything we could think of. I don't know, but the least I can do is try and comfort her. Hey Natsuki, could you come over here? Natsuki rolls her eyes and gets up. Look, if you're seriously gonna try again... Natsuki is interrupted as Sayuri hugs her. Hugs make everyone feel better, right? Sayuri said that, but I saw a deep anger on Natsuki's face. This clearly wasn't gonna end well. I hate you! Natsuki breaks out of Sayuri's grasp. All of you! You don't get it, do you? Just leave me alone. It's the simplest thing ever. I'm sorry if none of you learned how to leave someone alone, but that's not my problem. I can't do this. I'm so sick of this. Of everything. Natsuki breaks into tears and runs out of the room. Natsuki! But it was too late. There's no chance of repairing anything now. It's over, and we ruined it. I ruined it. Sorry I broke the straw on the camel's back, but this was ultimately my mess. What did we do, though? Oh my god, wait. What did that say? I don't clearly remember what happened after that. I think I laid down at a desk in the club. What was the other message? I didn't read the other message. The other message! Monica and Yuri kept trying to ask what that was all about, but I didn't feel like responding. I didn't feel like talking at all. I fell asleep for a few hours after that until I was woken up by Sayuri. It's pretty late, Frisk. Even I'm not allowed to work on school projects at the library past this time, and I don't think they'd let you sleep like this. Sorry. No, it's fine. I'll get going. I yawn and sit there for a few more moments before getting up and checking the time. 7 p.m. already. I go to a fast food place after leaving the school knowing I wouldn't be in the mood to cook when I got home. I look like a mess after today. Why'd the music stop? But it's not like I cared what others thought of me at this point. Why'd the music stop? I couldn't stay there forever. Either I couldn't stay anywhere forever as much as I wanted and tried, and which meant it was finally time to go home. Oh my god. I swear if something pops up right in front of me. I walk on my way home until I'm in my neighborhood and I tried going up to my house only to see something I never expected. No, not something. Someone. Oh my god, what happened? Wait, she's still in school uniform. Natsuki? I messed up, Frisk. Natsuki, what's going on? I didn't expect to see this. Especially not after everything that had happened. Natsuki's sitting on my porch? How long has she been waiting there? I know you hate me now, but I need somewhere to stay. Of course, but this doesn't mean anything. Only until Natsuki stops to think. It doesn't matter. Well, we can discuss that later. It's cold out here, yeah? Come inside. I open my front door and we both walk into my living room. So I guess you'll be staying here for a while. Then, as you'd probably expect, there is some stuff I need to explain. You're sleeping on the couch. Wait, what? I mean, yeah, sure, the couch is comfy enough anyway. Is she just... Bro, did she just come into my own house and is telling me where to sleep? What? Might as well not fight it. Then you'll be sleeping in my room, right? There's not any other option, are there? Technically, she could be sleeping on the couch instead of making me do it, but yeah, I guess this is fine. Or we could sleep together, you know what? No fuck, though. Okay, so you'll be sleeping in my room, then don't touch anything, got it? Honestly, the stuff you've hid in your room would probably gross me out too much to make me want to look at it anyway. I'll take that as a compliment. It's not one. I see. Awkward silence fills the room. I notice a nervous look shows up on Natsuki's eyes, almost if she's wondering if how she's behaving is too rude even for her. I wonder if it's because of all the pent-up emotion from whatever happened to her. I'll see you tomorrow then. Right. Natsuki heads outside for a moment to grab a suitcase she brought that was in the bushes, and then goes to my room while I plop down on the large couch in my living room. There weren't any blankets, but I was too exhausted to go get any. All I want for now is sleep, nothing more than some good long rest. Seeing as Natsuki has my alarm clock, I use the phone alarm to wake up the next morning. Thankfully, I had found a place to charge it for the night. And as soon as I do wake up, I see Natsuki already cooking something. Natsuki, you already up? Just because you sleep forever doesn't mean I do too. I suppose. What are you cooking? Scrambled eggs. That makes sense. I thought your specialty was baking though. It is, but cooking is still an important skill. I usually eat processed foods though. Oh, and I'm not making anything for you, by the way. It's your kitchen, so you can make it yourself. Bro, what did I do? What did I do? She won't tell me what I've done. Harsh, but not wrong. I was never an expert when it came to cooking, so I grab a bowl of cereal instead. By the way, by the time I'm ready, bro, I paid for an expensive restaurant with her, and she does this shit to me? What a fucking bitch. By the time I'm ready, Natsuki is done making her food as well, whereas I sit on the kitchen table. She sits on the couch in the living room instead. Are you sure you don't want to eat in an actual kitchen table? I'm fine. Alright. She's not going to be this cold to me the whole time, is she? I certainly hope not. After we're done eating, we continue to sit. I don't know how well this would go, but I decided to get up and get to the couch and talk to Natsuki. In case you got bored, you can always read some of my manga. Sure. Well, I've got stuff to do later. I get up and go into my room trying to figure out what I was actually trying to do. I've got nothing when I think about it. Guess I'll watch some anime. A few hours pass and I feel numb from binge watching too many episodes. Before I can fall asleep in my chair, I hear Natsuki's voice. What? Where and how did you get this? I stretch my arms to see her, to turn around and see that Natsuki actually did come in to check my manga collection. What are you talking about? Natsuki pulls out a volume of manga from my shelf. I'm talking about this, duh. Parfait Girls? I don't remember buying that. It's not just any issue of Parfait Girls, though. It's the France exclusive volume that only had 100 copies ever produced. We were in French class. Why do you own this? Yeah, I'd like to know that as well. I don't know. Probably got it from probably got it at a garage sale, bundled with a bunch of old other manga. Since I do that kind of shopping sometimes, I wouldn't have cared about Parfait Girls at the time, so it's probably the other manga. It came with I cared about. Okay, whatever. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, go ahead and read it if you want. How am I supposed to read this when it's in French? Okay, that's a fair point. Well, my French isn't amazing, but I should be able to translate the manga? Want me to read it to you? Natsuki looks nervous. I'll read something else, if you insist. Maybe there's an opportunity for me to get her to open up this time. Not the right moment or anything, but you know. Wait, was there school today? That sounds random to bring up, but crap. Well, too late now. I tried watching a few more hours of anime, but there's a pit in my stomach that makes it hard for me to fully enjoy it. I know it's not good to let your worries get the best of you, but it's hard to shake off. Sometimes it's hard to shake off knowing everything that's been going on. It might be a little early to do this, but I guess I'll try to try to get some sleep. Maybe some rest will help me feel a little better. I wake up the next morning with Natsuki near the doorway leading out of my room. So you're up now? Frisk, was there school yesterday? Yeah, about that. Ugh. How do you manage to do anything when you're like this? I'm going to school now. Get yourself together and come too if you want, but I won't wait up for you. Natsuki walks out and slams the door, leaving me by myself. I look at my phone to check the time, and since nothing wants to go my way, I found out I'm almost late. I thought I never. I didn't read that. What did that say? I thought I have learned to set my alarm correctly by now, but oh well. School was a thing, I guess, but it's not like I care about it too much. Once it was over, I finally wander over to the literature club and see everyone else look up at me. Hey, Frisk, where were you at Natsuki? Oh, that we accidentally skipped school. Accidentally. Yeah, Natsuki was at my house. Natsuki quickly runs over to cover my mouth. Oh, I see. At your house, huh? That's neat. We were busy, that's all. I bet you were busy, yeah. Everyone looks at us with a disappointed stare. I take Natsuki's hand out off my mouth. It's not what it sounds like, I swear. If you want to be in the club, then you actually need to attend unless it's an emergency. That's what we're all saying. I mean, when you're skipping for that reason, it's just a tiny bit disrespectful. We'll make note of it. Yeah. So, how about those poems, am I right? We never forgot to go to school since. Daddy, what's going on with mommy? Daddy? She'll be okay. She has to be okay. Oh, the phone. At least today was a day off from school. I don't feel like sharing my face at the literature club again after last time anyway. Natsuki and I both make our own breakfast. As we're eating, still in separate rooms, she says something to me. So Frisk. Natsuki walks over and sits down a few chairs away from me. About your offer to read that French Parfait Girls volume. Sure, I don't mind. Yeah, you don't really have a lot of other manga I like, so you know. Let me finish eating and I'll go get it. Once I was done with my food, I head up to my room and grab the manga Natsuki is talking about. Then I head back and sit down on the living room couch. Natsuki follows, although she doesn't sit close to me until she actually has to see any of the panels. Ready? Sure. As I read to Natsuki, thoughts swirl in my head. Last time she didn't sit next to me at all because she didn't want anyone in the literature club assuming something about us until she scooted closer away. We've both admired our feelings for each other, though, and nobody else is here this time. So what is with her hesitating? Does she not trust me anymore? No, I'm probably looking too deep into this. Once we're done reading, I go and put the manga away. As I come back from my room, Natsuki seems to be thinking about something. Everything alright? Yeah, I've just been thinking about things. Well, you can stay here as long as you like, assuming I don't sell this house or anything. Thanks, Frisk. Anytime. Come on, Frisk. I groggily open my eyes and see Natsuki looking at me. Huh? What's going on? The alarm wasn't waking you up, so I had to. Anyway, your breakfast is about to go cold, so get up already. Breakfast? Only because I can't stand you eating cereal every day. Cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Sheesh. That's not a healthy way to live. And don't make any assumptions. Nutrition's been an important topic for me lately. That's all. Come on, you already know I eat more than that, Natsuki. Still, I shouldn't exactly complain about this, so thank you. Nutrition's been an important topic for her, huh? I get up and head over to the dining room table and see a plate of scrambled eggs waiting for me. Okay, scrambled eggs are actually all I can make. Sorry about that. It's no problem. Natsuki goes over to the couch as usual so that she can eat the meal she made. I almost feel like I've been getting closer to her little by little. Once we're done eating, I ask something that's been on my mind. She's smiling. That's a good sign. How long do you plan on staying here anyway? Like I said, you can stay as long as you want, but I don't think you want to stay here forever, right? Natsuki looks off to the side. Hey, maybe I do. Well, not that it matters. Guess we're off to school, huh? Yup. School wasn't particularly special or anything like that. Neither was the time we spent at literature club, where things slowly getting closer to how they used to be. I don't think all this patience has been a complete waste, if nothing else. Things progressed like this for a while. Once it had been nearly a month since Natsuki started living here, she came up to me as I was waking up to talk about something. You know, you can sleep in your bed from now on if you want. Whoa, what? Wait, do you mean what I think you mean? No, geez, I'm not surprised. That's the first thing that your mind jumps to at this point. Actually, I have something in mind. Follow me. I follow Natsuki into my room and look at my bed. See? A barrier made of pillows that covers the middle of the bed, separating the two sides. A bit convoluted, but I can see it's working. So we're getting our own sides of the bed then. Yeah, it's a fairly big bed for one person, and I felt kind of bad about you having to be on the couch. So you made me get on the couch, and it's my house. Thanks, Natsuki. It'll be nice to sleep in my own room again. Oh, by the way, it'd be nice if we could both eat something different tonight, so maybe we could go out for pizza. I expect Natsuki to straight up reject me, but she gives me an answer I don't expect. Sure, I guess it could be fun. She's still giving me a kind of sour attitude. Later that night, we went to a local pizza parlor and had a great time. While we were there, we discussed manga and other stupid stuff like we used to. It feels good to be at this point once again, even though I already know it probably wouldn't last forever. What? How? Bro, Natsuki's going through intense mood swings. What's going on? Nothing does. Still, I interacted with Natsuki more in general. After that night, we'd read manga, watch anime, play board games, and so on. Even though she trusted me more now, there was still a small piece of anxiety flowing through her. One day I asked why, but for now I was going to keep living with Natsuki. A life of peace, even though it wasn't perfection. That's all I wanted, honestly. We both get up the next morning. I go to finish my homework at the last minute before heading off to school while Natsuki makes us breakfast. Unfortunately, the usual routine is broken up as I receive a message on my phone. It was a message I knew I was eventually going to receive, but one I didn't look forward to getting. I looked at the sender and it's who I expected to be the one who sent it, that person being Sayori. Seriously though, what's up with you and Natsuki? Natsuki, my bad. I respond with a text saying I talked to her about it later. I do have homework to finish, after all. But really, it was also something that I think should be said in person. Natsuki and I finish our meal. Like always, we head out for another dull day of school. Once our classes are over, we head into the literature club together to see the place running like it usually does. Quietly, I speak to Natsuki. 1 second, alright? I walk up over to Sayori. Yeah, so about Natsuki, we might want to find a quieter place for this. Oh, sure. Sayori and I walk into the hallway to discuss things. What's going on with Natsuki then? I'm gonna save, first of all. Should I tell her the truth? Or should I be vague? So you know how Natsuki had been acting strange a while back? Well, I try to continue, but it doesn't feel right. I'm not sure what I want to get Sayori involved in something that is between Natsuki and I like this anyway. Maybe I can explain it to her at a later point, but I don't know the full details of this anyway. I don't fully know about this myself. I don't feel comfortable sharing the details either, so let's just say she needed somewhere to stay and leave it at that. Huh? I wonder why. There you have it. No sneaky business or anything like that. It's me helping a friend. A friend? That's a whole different topic. Well, if you need any advice, I'm not that good at that kind of thing, but I can try and help. Thanks, Sayori. We walk back into the club room and Natsuki comes up to us. Frisk! I motion for Sayori to walk away. I'm back now, yeah? I hope you didn't do anything stupid. It's true that she still doesn't trust me 100%. Why doesn't she trust me? What did I do? And with her insecurities, it wouldn't surprise me if she got the wrong idea about Sayori and I, even if that wouldn't make any sense in the first place. You're the only one I care about right now, Natsuki, I promise. Well, I hope you don't want to treat everyone else like dirt, at least. Monica! I turn around and see Monica listening, and you know what I meant, Monica. But yeah, Natsuki, you're the most important person. But yeah, Natsuki, you're the most important person to me at the moment. Sayori's nice, but she's only a friend. When it comes down to you, you know. Natsuki looks relieved. Thank you, Frisk. Man, this is complicated. That was already pretty obvious, but dang, no matter what though, being patient and letting things happen as they do seems to work out, I think. And just what is this you're reading? It's Mango. Mango? Yeah, they're like comics but cooler. Did she say mango? She said mango. It's mango. What the fuck is mango? That's a fruit. So you're reading manga. Oh, where do you even get this? From a friend? It doesn't matter actually. Go do something else. But why? It makes me happy. No, it'll rot your brain. I want you to live a fulfilling, productive life. Manga won't get you there. It can't even be considered literature, honestly. I bet this is her dad right now. Frisk, there's been something that's on my mind. How is it that Natsuki's always awake? And Natsuki's always awake before me anyway. I always imagined she'd be the type to sleep in. What is it, Natsuki? I feel kind of guilty about everything that's been going on. Not that I owe you an explanation, anyways. Finally, we're getting to some point of communication. Natsuki pauses for a moment and looks into my eyes. What am I even saying? Of course I owe you an explanation. After you let me stay here for this long, after I keep treating you like garbage, I wish I was stronger. Why can't I even do that? Tears begin to well up in Natsuki's eyes. Calm down, Natsuki. Why don't you start from the beginning? I can't. Not yet. Okay. What can you tell me then? The reason I've been so distant towards you and everyone else lately? Natsuki tries to speak, but the words won't come out of her mouth. I'll be here, Natsuki. Take as long as you need. Frisk, what does trust mean to you? Huh? That sudden gives me a moment. To me, trust means a lot of things. But if my only choice is to sum it up, then that's what I'll do. To me, trust is the ultimate symbol of confidence. It is the basis of friendship, romance, and human interaction in general. It is the symbol of your faith. Okay, yes, okay. I was thinking of something like that too, but it's a little different for me. I need that perfect trust. And I don't think I'll ever show you my true self until I have a perfect trust in that person. I don't know, Natsuki. How long do you get that perfect trust in the first place? What is perfect trust? I don't know, but I can't bring myself to agree with anything other than a perfect trust. Is there a reason why you think that fast? Why you think that? Maybe I'll tell you some other time. What you said about trust, I don't think it's totally wrong though. I might have to rethink some of this after all. If I take the first step, it might be a little easier. Natsuki reaches for the pillows separating us, then throws them off the bed. What are you doing? What's the big issue? It's not like we're doing anything dirty. Unless that's what you're insisting. In that case, then you can go back to sleeping on the couch. Honestly though, that barrier was getting annoying anyway. Like you always snored into the pillow, it only made your snoring even louder. It sucked. There was a moment of silence as Natsuki reaches for what to say next. But yeah, you've been so nice to me. I might not trust you or anyone else completely, but I trust you enough. That's what you said was important, wasn't it? Trust being good enough. I wasn't really sure how to respond to this situation. Maybe so. One day I might tell you the full story, but I hope this is enough for you. For now. It is, Natsuki, thank you. We spent the majority of the day lying in bed. We weren't actually doing anything except thinking about how everything leading up to this point. Another breakfast, another day of school, and another day at the literature club. Everything was normal to the literature club. In fact, but it's what happened at the club that turned this into something entirely different. Natsuki and I walked in, everyone greets us as usual, we go back to grab some manga, but as we do, Sayori walks up to us. You two are gonna start dating soon, right? Excuse me? Come on, it's obvious you two like each other. What? I never told Sayori about that part. You're entirely wrong, but what? Live a little. Natsuki looks over at me, unsure what to do, which is awfully inconveniencing as I'm unsure what to do as well. I whispered to Natsuki, Sayori is probably going to listen in any way, but there's not much I can do about that anymore. Let's discuss this in the hallway. Natsuki nods her head. As we try to go into the hallway, we hear Monika's voice. Monika! Where do you think you two are going? I don't like jumping to conclusions. Bro, of course, Yuri had to come back as well. I don't like jumping to conclusions, but from what we know about you two, look, we're just... Stop making excuses and tell it like it is, Frisk. We're gonna have a private conversation, understand? A private conversation where the entire group is outside. Okay, makes sense. Very, very private. Everyone else nods their head as we make our way over to the hallway. Anyway, about us dating. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But can you really date someone you don't fully trust? Natsuki stands there for a while. As she comes to a conclusion, she smiles and whispers back. But as long as our trust in each other is good enough, then it can work. That's what you said, isn't it? Besides, I'm tired of lying to myself. Well, it's now or never. I'm thinking at first that maybe this is too impulsive, but no. I'm ready. Okay, Natsuki, Idiot! I'm not sure what you expected me to say. Not I'm talking about how we're still standing outside the club room. Ah, I see. Let's head further down the hallway then. Okay, so it's just us. Never mind, I was a little wrong. So, are you gonna say it or not? Of course. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. I remember when I first joined the literature club, I liked everyone there, but Natsuki stood up to me. Natsuki, you're a special person to me, seriously. Natsuki is cold, yeah, but you can be sweet sometimes. It's not as everybody has a perfect personality anyways. Plus, I think the way she acts is endearing, personally. I liked you from day one, and I don't know if you were in the same boat, but I have feelings for me nonetheless. Natsuki is not only has similar interests as me, but she's broadened my horizons too. And if there's anything I want to go through something with, it's her. And you with, it's her. I'm not perfect, I'll admit. Not to mention, this would be my first relationship, so I might not be the perfect boyfriend material. We've been living together too. How awesome is that? It's a weird set of circumstances, sure, but at least we've both got some happiness out of it. But that doesn't matter to me. My emotions are too strong for that to stop me. It wasn't pure happiness, of course. There were some uncomfortable sad times as well. I can't even believe how bad Natsuki must have felt for her trust in me to shatter like that after we built up such a good friendship. Other people might be convinced we're already dating, which is understandable, as we do have feelings for each other. What a journey this has been. When I first joined the literature club, I didn't think anything even close to this would be happening, but here we are. So why not make it official? I promise to make you the happiest girl alive. Natsuki, will you be my girlfriend? Natsuki responds immediately. Duh, of course. Jeez, you almost made that sound like a marriage proposal or something. Make your confession shorter next time. But I'll forgive you. I've liked you since you first came to the literature club after all. Heh. I said heh, but that didn't come close to the expressing of the emotions I have right now. I'm so relieved, so satisfied, so happy. Natsuki, we both lean in. Oh my god. Is that actually happening? I knew it. What the heck? Oh my god! Bro, what is this breach of privacy? Well, we're not done anytime soon. There'll be another chance, I'm sure. Yeah. I feel like leaving the literature club early today, honestly. You? Yeah. I'll tell Monica that we need to leave the club early. I think she'll understand. She'll 100% understand. Well, I'm sure the club will tease us plenty tomorrow. I'm ready to go. I'm about ready to go home. Me too. Today's been weird. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Happy birthday, Natsuki. I know it's been a tough year, but there's hoping the next will be better. Is something wrong? I don't want to talk about it. Not on my birthday. I think you already know what I'm talking about, though, Dad. It was her dad. I'm still processing it. Not only do I have a girlfriend, but the fact that my girlfriend is Natsuki is bizarre for me to even think about. Well, it does feel a bit odd. It's great that. Come on, get up already. Wait, what's going on? Natsuki, what time is it? Why don't you use that alarm clock anyway? It's not like you wake up to it much. Like I said, get up. It's almost time for school, and I've already made your breakfast. Alright, thanks, Natsuki. I get into the kitchen and see not just scrambled egg, but a few pieces of oh, yeah. Okay. Really, that's rather nice of you, actually. I'm not allowed to eat bacon, but it's a video game, so it doesn't really matter. Sorry, thank you, Natsuki. That's better. Let's eat then. We ate our breakfast each while sitting next to each other, I'd like to mention, and head off to school soon after. Quickly, just gotta save just to make sure, you know what I'm saying? As we walk into a literature club, and once we're done with our classes, we're immediately met by C, or I don't even want to read what comes up next. So what? You two are dating, aren't you? You have to be at this point. I was gonna text you, but I had a feeling you weren't gonna spill the beans that easily. I don't get why it's such a big deal for you, though. Did you make a bet or something? Because I've been cheering you two on, of course. Natsuki rolls her eyes. Yeah, we're dating. I expected Natsuki to follow up with something rude, but... So what? I'm proud of it. For sure. I didn't mean that as a bad thing. I know, but I don't see it as a big deal. I guess the fact that Frisk actually got a girlfriend is surprising, though. Well, she's not wrong. Oh, well, you're not wrong. Even Sayori agrees. Wow, 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 wow. I just think it's super cool, so congrats, you two. Thanks, Sayori. I'm happy about it, too. You better be considering I'm not willing to be just anyone's girlfriend, you know. Sayori laughs at Natsuki and I walk further into the club room. That reminds me about this whole relationship thing, Natsuki. Just wait until Monica walks out of nowhere. What exactly are we supposed to do? I'm not exactly romantic, if that's what you're thinking. Me neither. I'd probably end up embarrassing myself if I tried. Guess this won't be as easy as I thought. Not necessarily. What did I tell you guys? Wouldn't it work better if one of us was more romantic, though? Sometimes unconventional relationships are the one that works the best. Not everyone has to follow the standard expectations of a relationship. I guess what's most important is that you're both happy. That's all that matters, isn't it? Fuck off, Monica. At least that's how I like to think about it. I almost feel like there's something deeper to that statement, but it doesn't really matter either. Well, anyways, I wish you two the best of luck. I think you two can make a cute couple, personally. For the last time, I'm not cute! What does that mean, I am? You're funny sometimes, I guess. I feel like those two things aren't quite the same. Anyway, go get some manga. I'll go get some manga, Natsuki. We read manga again that day, but this time it felt a lot different. It felt more personal. I noticed that we laughed and smiled a lot more than usual. Can a simple label actually change things that much? It would have been like this if we got into a relationship earlier too. Similar to what Monica said, though it doesn't matter much. What matters is us being happy. I promised I'd make Natsuki happy, and that promise makes me happy too. I could try to be being more romantic, however. I mean, what could go wrong? Finally, a day where I wake up before Natsuki, partially because I set my alarm 30 minutes earlier than normal, but regardless, bro, wouldn't she have woken up to the alarm 30 minutes? Okay, whatever. Hey Natsuki, are you gonna get up? Natsuki turns over. Huh, what are you waking me up for? It's morning, isn't it? And you usually wake me up. So I thought I'd do the opposite for a change. It's too early for me to get up, dummy. I only wake you up because you oversleep. Uh-oh. I think I might have made a mistake, probably. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I won't do it again. Natsuki smiles before turning over again. I think it's nice, though. Huh? That you care about me. You might mess up on a gigantic scale a lot, but it's nice to be cared for by someone. It's nice that the thought counts, or something like that. I don't know. Next time you should think first, I guess. I'm going back to sleep now. Since I don't feel like getting up, after that I lay back down as well. 2 minutes later, though, I hear the sound of blankets rustling. Oh, now I'm ready to get up. After 2 minutes. I plan on getting up at this time, yeah. I mean, that's not something for me to necessarily complain about, so I'm not sure why I brought it up. By the way, I've got something to ask. Yeah? This might sound a bit stupid, but do you think I could make breakfast today? I want to turn down more time to rest, but why do you want to make breakfast? Well, you've been making breakfast for over a month now. Over a month! I think it's personally fair if I give you breakfast sometime. Go ahead. I hope your cooking doesn't suck, though. Although if you made it for me, then I'd eat it anyways, but still. I think it's cool how much of an effort you've been making to be kinder to me, you know? What? It's not something I'm intentionally trying to do. It just happens. I wish I knew beforehand you'd embarrass me like this once we started dating. But wait, does it mean I have to make breakfast? Like actually make breakfast? Crap, I usually tend to eat processed food, so I don't know much about homemade cooking. Bro, you just asked if you can make it. I head off to the kitchen and think about what I want to make. Natsuki likes sweet stuff, right? But this is breakfast, so it's got to be something breakfast themed. How many breakfast foods do I know how to cook anyway? Not that many, I don't think. I could try something new, but that would also end up being a disaster. Ah! Alright. Uh, um, do I even have it in me to make something complicated? Natsuki's a special person, so she deserves a special meal. This might take a while, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. For the eggs, that'd be 1, 2, Frisk. Then the oatmeal. Frisk, huh? I turned to Natsuki, who's still waiting for me to be done. Are you sure you know how to cook a meal this big? Like, are you actually sure? I'm not convinced you're sure. What makes you say that? Granted, it's been nearly 30 minutes now, but that's part of the process. I just hope it tastes good if we're going to be late for school for this. Oh crap, we are probably going to be late for school. Well, with how far I am into making this, we'll probably only be about 5 minutes late. That's not too bad in my opinion. Like I said, this food better be worth it. After a few short moments pass, the food is done. It's a giant meal consisting of scrambled eggs, bacon, oatmeal, pancakes covered with syrup, French toast, and water. There wasn't a carton of orange juice, so I had to cleverly improvise. Okay. As I bring a meal to Natsuki, she's surprised by how large it is. Yeesh! I knew it was gonna be big, but not this big. Natsuki is slightly hesitant to try my food, which is fair since the food could look a bit more appetizing than my plating skills aren't exactly fantastic either. Despite that, she takes a bite of the scrambled eggs. A blank expression rests on her face as she quietly mutters something to herself. So far, so good. She tries tasting the French toast next, but before she can try to swallow, she gags and scrambles to drink some water. I don't think this is supposed to be happening. Frisk, you idiot! Next, Natsuki tries speaking, but her throat is incredibly dry and she keeps coughing. Come on, I'm not great at cooking, yeah, but I couldn't have been that bad. Natsuki paces over to the cooking counter and brings something back. What's this? She puts down the container she's been holding. That's my sugar shaker. No, it's a salt shaker. Her reaction makes a lot more sense now. I could have sworn I picked up the sugar shaker, not the salt one. Natsuki drinks some more water. The two containers look different too. Even I don't know how you could have mixed them up. Natsuki sighs and sits down, her elbow resting on the table as she leans her head on her forehead. She seems to come to some kind of realization, I'm guessing. You care too much. Sure, you only just woke up, but the main thing is you were so cold in making this huge meal that you didn't even check what ingredients you were using. What do I do to deserve someone this nice? I'm really sorry, Natsuki. I should have made a simpler meal instead. Hey, you still made a lot of food for me. I should at least try eating the other parts of it too. Ignoring the French toast thing, my cooking still isn't that good. I don't think you need to eat the rest of it. In that case, we can share it. Here, you can have the French toast. I said I was sorry, Natsuki. I'm joking. But come on, you have to eat too, don't you? I guess so. Actually, this tastes terrible. Let's eat some cereal instead. That's what I thought. I grabbed two bowls and a box of cereal for Natsuki and I, as we're on our way to forgetting I ever cooked any of that. As we sneakily question in the middle of it. Since we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, should we start going on actual dates now, right? Natsuki spits her food all over me. No. Wait, what? Actually, that wouldn't be any different from what we've done before. Go on. I was thinking we could have a picnic. Thoughts? Doesn't sound so bad. You have to help me make the food, though. I let you be lazy more than the average person does, but I have my limits. Got it. Since it's the weekend, how about we make food tomorrow and leave it that day? You should have enough ingredients, so might as well. No backing out either, you promised. I didn't promise anything, but I get the gist anyway. Finally, the weekend. Guess it's time to start cooking then. Where's Natsuki though? Did you already start making food? I head to the kitchen. As I previously guessed, there was a whole row of food. Well, I thought your specialty was baking, Natsuki. It is. Which is why all the food I've made so far today is stuff that you bake. I take a closer look to see several different flavors of cupcakes. Ah, you're right. I'm the one who has to make the non-baking stuff then? Yup. Okay, I'll list the food I know how to make. I can make scrambled eggs, peanut butter, and jelly sandwiches, that's it. Well, I can technically make more stuff than that, but you know how that went earlier. What the heck? Then what's with all these ingredients? That's a pretty good question, actually. What's it gonna be then? Scrambled eggs, peanut butter, and jelly sandwiches? Sandwiches, I guess. These will be the best sandwiches you've tasted, trust me. Natsuki smiles. She's tired but genuinely happy. I'll wait for you to prove it to me then. And so I went on to make the best sandwiches ever. Actually, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I like to think they were good though. But I wouldn't be able to find out until we actually leave for the picnic. Is everything ready? Should be. Good, let's be going already. What? Are you looking forward to this or something? Natsuki's face quickly shifts to a nervous expression. No, maybe a little. Gosh, you do this on purpose, don't you? Guess you've got me all figured out, huh? You shouldn't tease girls like this unless you really like them, you know that? We're dating. Oh yeah. Natsuki looks like she's about to throw out another but still, but can't bring herself to make the excuse. Fine, I'll give you that, but I'll win next time. Next time? Win what? And when I do, you'll pay. You'll owe me a hug or something. I'm still working out the details. Sure thing, Natsuki. But for now, it's time for a picnic. A picnic where the only foods were sandwiches and cupcakes. But the food wasn't that mattered. It was about spending time with my girlfriend, Natsuki. Hey, I wanted to talk. Oh, there's plenty to talk about. Here, I'll get you started. Look, I know things have been a bit rough between us, but I promise you I'm trying. Why do I feel like some betrayal arc is gonna come up? It's just so hard. That doesn't change anything. You still have a daughter to take care of. I know, I'm trying. Whatever you say, Dad. So where are we going to anyway? SK and I will walk out of the house and head towards somewhere, I think. I thought you had it all planned out already. You know, since you came up with the idea and all. Oops. I think there's a park nearby we could go sit down at. I'll let you lead the way then. You better not get lost. Yeah, I know. We wandered around for a bit. I was heading in the correct direction, I swear, until we stumble upon a grassy park. The weather conditions are perfect for a picnic, luckily. Should be here then. Works for me. This is actually beautiful. The artwork that went into this. We both sit down as we're getting ready to eat. I pull out one of Natsuki's cupcakes from the basket and take a bite. It's soft, moist, and delicious, all at the same time. Dang, this has to be some of your best work yet. Well, considering this, the second cupcake of mine you've ever had. Look, I put this in my list of top 2 cupcakes you've made. It's a compliment. Natsuki smiles and quietly laughs. Thanks, Frisk. Natsuki takes one of the sandwiches I made and had as a bite. It's better than your breakfast cooking, I'll say that much. Thanks, that's what I was going for. Yeah, I'll go with that. We didn't spend much time eating, meaning we weren't left with much to do afterwards. So we decided to lay down next to each other on the blanket. Oh my god, the artwork. Actually, this might just be a random image from Google Images, but it's better than nothing, alright? The sky certainly is blue. Actually, I'll hold off on that for now. It sure is, Frisk. I'm glad you noticed. Cut me some slack. I'm trying to think of something to talk about. Natsuki turns her head and looks into my eyes. I don't think you have to force yourself to find something to talk about. Just being together is pretty nice. You're not wrong. Hey, Natsuki. What? Sorry if this is a sensitive topic, but what do you think your future is going to be like? Do you have a dream job or something? Natsuki ponders for a bit. I've had ideas for what I'd like to do, but I haven't actually decided. There's so much I've been focusing on these days that it's not something I can think about right now. Seemingly wanting to change the subject, Natsuki asked me the same thing. What about you? What's your dream job? You can be a NEET forever. My dream job? I love anime to death, so maybe with enough practice I can become the ultimate animator or something at some point. No, that's wrong. I'd be lying if I said that I ever seriously thought about my future. I won't turn out to be even a rookie animator. Honestly, I've got nothing. Sucks for you. Natsuki sighs. I'm gonna help you get a job at some point, aren't I? Well, I'll take all the help I can get. That's what I thought. I don't know why we're focusing on that, though. You have to learn to just shut up and enjoy the surroundings sometimes, Frisk. Yeah, that's true. I'll admit I'm not great at relaxing. You know how to feel, though. I feel like I've been carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders lately. I can make it easier for you. I move closely to Natsuki and put my arm around her, which eventually turns into a hug. She looks surprised, but I'm glad nonetheless. Yeah, but you can't hug me forever. I can hug you for now, though I'm sure I'll owe you one later anyway, like you said before. Fine. I still don't get why you keep trying to be so nice to me, though. It's not like I've been nice back. I think you've acted a lot safer lately, actually. Really? Yeah, I doubt I've rubbed off on you. Hey, what the fuck? I doubt I rubbed off on you or anything, but it's cool to see. You say weird stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What, you only just noticed? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It could have been one of the reasons why I'm attracted to you. Or maybe not. You get my point. We stay in the position for nearly an hour. Normally, that seems like something that would never happen. But on days like this peaceful thing, sort of thing, came together like that. We should probably go home now. Natsuki hugs me tighter. Do we still have to? I wish I could stay, but like you said, nothing can last forever. We've got homework to do, so fine. Disappointed, Natsuki gets up as we start to gather our stuff. We walk back home immediately after. As we're back in my living room, we sit down on the couch next to each other. Well, that happened. I grab a leftover cupcake. I'm relaxed, but Natsuki seems to have something on her mind. Is it about her dad? Everything okay, Natsuki? I take a bite and wait for a response. I've been thinking, and Natsuki pauses for nearly a full minute. I trust you enough to tell you, but this isn't something I want you to be involved with. What are you talking about, though? Like I said, I don't want you to be involved. Don't worry about me. I've already accepted what's going on. I'd like to help her, but how? She clearly doesn't want me to have anything to do with this. If you say so. Natsuki gets up. I'm going to watch some anime. If you need me, just ask. Natsuki walks off with a worried look on her face. It pains me to watch this happen, but in times like these, I need to stay true to myself, as cliche as possible. Patience is a virtue. And patience has gotten me this far. It's how I managed to get into a relationship with Natsuki in the first place. I think everything will work out in the end. As long as I wait and prepare for whatever might come next, I'll succeed. Natsuki? I wake up before my alarm goes off surprisingly and see Natsuki nowhere in the room. I didn't hear anything last night, so something bad could have happened. Right? I can't let my mind get the better of me now. I slowly yet confidently walk into the living room. There you are. I see Natsuki sitting on the couch with a blanket wrapped around her, and I sit down next to her. What happened? Natsuki looks at me like she wants to say something but can't manage to do so. It was just a nightmare. That's it? Gotta be a pretty bad dream for you to be out here. When a nightmare happens in the room you sleep in, you wouldn't want to stay in that room, would you? Plus, I didn't want to wake you up. You can wake me up anytime, Natsuki. I'm here for you. Yeah, but it's something I don't want you to have to deal with. This isn't your fight. I'm guessing you're not going to tell me what's going on then. I don't mean to guilt trip you, but you need to think about what's best for you. I know, Frisk. Maybe someday I'll tell you. It's okay, Natsuki. I give Natsuki a hug as she closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. So, now how about some breakfast? I can't stand having things continue like this. I want the old you back. So what did I do wrong, Dad? What did I do that's causing me to be treated like this? What did I do to make you neglect me like this? Sometimes that's how things go. There's no real reason for it. At least any that's intentional. Sometimes it just happens. Not that I want it to anyway. But why? As I said, there's not necessarily a reason. You have to learn to accept that. No, there has to be a reason. What happened to you? I want things to get better. I want to see you back to normal. Is that ever gonna happen? I don't know, Natsuki. I'm trying my best. I'm enjoying this so much so far. This is a mod. I've been playing 2 hours so far. Well, more than 2 hours because I've cut the video a lot, but so far, we continue to go on dates for at least over a month. Things were pretty normal, but on some occasions I noticed a tall man that Natsuki would glare at for a few moments. She never told me who that man was. Not until today. Natsuki and I were about to go on a date this time. We had picked a fast food restaurant to go to. But just as we walked in, Natsuki saw that man again. Let's go somewhere else. Before I could object, she grabbed my arm and tried to drag me away. That is until he spoke. You over there. I need to ask you something. I froze, not even Natsuki being able to move me. Yeah? I had no idea what to think at the time. Who is this guy? Am I about to be dead? Are you dating Natsuki? I gulped. Why would you say yes? What an idiot. That's all I wanted to know, thank you. And then he just walked away, leading me to right now where I'm left extremely confused. Anxiety clouds through my thoughts. Yeah, I was definitely about to be dead. What did he even want with me? What did he want with you? Calm down, Frisk. Natsuki grabs my shoulder, but I'm still shaking. How am I supposed to calm down? This reeks of creepiness. Natsuki looks down at the ground. He's my dad. What? I said I don't want you to get involved. If it comes down to it, then I'll handle it. Natsuki has a determined look on her face. Just what am I missing here? Are you sure you can handle it, though? I'm not trying to downplay your strengths, but I feel like there's something deeper going on here that I'm not being told about. You care too much, Frisk. You really do. Natsuki clenches her fist, her face being a mixture of irritated and sad. Let's go home, Natsuki. Yeah. We head home. As Natsuki sighs and walks towards my room, maybe I should do something for her. Is there something nice I could surprise her with? As I sit down on my couch, I notice a flyer sitting on the coffee table in front. Parfait Girls, a movie, huh? In theaters tomorrow. Natsuki did tell me about it a while ago. I think this was supposed to be an original story, not the manga or anime, right? Hey Natsuki. I shout as I walk into my room. She's laying on my bed, still seeming conflicted. Are you free tomorrow? Am I ever not free? Think about it. I don't think I've ever run into a situation where she was too busy for something like that. Well, I'm taking a nap. I promise tomorrow will be good. I lay down on the bed and close my eyes. I soon fall into a deep sleep and find myself waking up in the middle of the night. Why wasn't Natsuki next to me though? I slowly walk into the living room. I turn over. Okay, this is creepy now. This is really creepy. I turn over to the kitchen and see Natsuki getting something out of the fridge. Natsuki, why are you up so late? Natsuki, shocked to hear something awake, drops the food she's holding. Luckily, nothing breaks. I could ask you the same thing. Hey, I woke up a few minutes ago. I don't think you went to sleep at the same time I did, though. I'm probably stressing you out with this, aren't I? Natsuki rushes back to the room ashamed. Natsuki! I, I plan on going back to sleep anyway, so I headed back into the room seeing Natsuki laying on my bed with her face buried in a pillow. You're not stressing me at all, Natsuki. I might be a bit concerned, sure, but it's nothing I can't deal with. You know, I've actually been thinking about telling you. Telling me what? You already know Frisk is about her dad, but I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know if I ever will. Even though I can't see her face, it sounds like she's crying. One step at a time, Natsuki. I go into bed with her. Now hold my hand. Natsuki tightly grips my hand. There, feel a bit calmer? Get some rest. I said I had something planned for tomorrow, didn't I? You'll like it, believe me. Natsuki stops making noise, which leads me to assume she's fallen asleep. I should probably do the same. As I wake up the next morning, I notice that Natsuki is sound asleep. One of the first times I ever woke up before her, now that I think about it. While I leave my room to make breakfast, I feel a tinge of anxiety. I ignore it for now, but how long can I keep this up? How long until I break? Bro, he's overthinking this shit so fucking much. Certainly not something I don't want to think about while making scrambled eggs, so I don't. Instead, once I'm done making breakfast, I go back to my room and use my time in order to order tickets along for Parfait Girls, movie I plan on taking Natsuki to. I check back into my room and see that Natsuki is awake. Still concerned for her, I ask her how she's doing. Feeling any better? We haven't gone to the club for a long time. A little. Good, remember? I've got something neat in store for you later today. Waking me up when it happens then. Natsuki turns over and tries going back to sleep. My mind starts to drift towards worrying again, but I don't want to keep worrying like this. Not yet again. A few hours pass, it's almost time for us to go. Ready, Natsuki? Natsuki groggily responds. For what? You already forgot? You never even told me what we're doing yet. Natsuki gets out of bed. Ah, that's true. Well, how about you find out now? I hold up the tickets I printed earlier. Ah. Actually, it's not that surprising. I already knew you were getting the tickets. Oh. Yesterday I would have asked if we could go, but you know how tired I was. Earlier today I was going to try and ask, but I caught a glimpse of when you were printing the tickets. So, Natsuki, you just have to ruin the surprise like that? I guess you might have gotten a glass of water or something and I didn't notice with the printer drowning the sound out. Anyway, it's not that long until it starts. Let's go. Shortly after we head outside, I lead Natsuki to a movie theater. Why are you doing this anyway? Not that I'm upset or anything. I don't know, you seem to be having a hard time lately, so I thought I'd do something to take your mind off it. Natsuki doesn't look grateful that often, but when she does, it's unbelievably satisfying. Thank you, seriously, I don't deserve any of this. Well, I deserve some of it, but still. If nothing else, at least Natsuki seems to be going back to her old self. We welcome to the man at the ticket counter. 2 seats for 3:30 p.m. Screening of Parfait Girls, please. Go ahead. Natsuki and I walk into the theater. The lobby is gigantic, containing more than enough space for a place like this. The snack vendor is full of delicious treats filled with traditional movie snacks from around the world. That, of course, wasn't the main attraction. We head into the cinema room where the movie is supposed to play, only to find out we were the only people who showed up. Did we arrive on time? It's 3:30 now, isn't it? But hey, we do have front row seats. Not that it matters. We sit down next to each other as the movie begins. Triple dot? So what did you think of it, Natsuki? I don't know if it lived up to the hype, but I thought it was decent. Same here, I'm unsure how well they could have adapted the series into a movie. They did a pretty good job. I pull away my arm that's wrapped around Natsuki's shoulders and stand up. Time to go home. Hey Frisk, there's something I want to say first. Natsuki looks off to the side like she always does when she's nervous. What is it? Thanks. I never had a boyfriend like you. Or a boyfriend at all. Or even a friend like you. Or anyone like you at all. Or anyone like that at all. It makes me... You're the only one who takes me to the movies I want to watch or makes food with me. You're the only one who's been this nice to me, so if I'm ever mean towards you, you're no part of the reason why. I'm shocked by how kind you are, so I don't always know how to react. And you think a lot about how people see me, since I want to be the best, so that's also part of it. This is stupid, sorry for wasting your time. Natsuki head droops as she gets up and heads towards the exit. What is going on, Natsuki? What's the final piece of the puzzle I'm missing? Natsuki, we need to talk about your grades. Yeah, so what about them? You know what I'm referring to. My grades suck. There you go. What else is new? This has to change. I don't know if you'll need a tutor or something, but we can't let things keep going like this. We can't let you be held back a second time, Natsuki. Held back? Bro, she already looks so young because you're malnourishing her. So what if I am? Is it really that big of a deal? We both know your education is important. Even then, how are my grades supposed to change if the situation that I live in won't change? How are my grades supposed to get better if I keep living here? If living here doesn't get better? Going through all this, I can only do so much. What are you going to do if you get held back again? Then, what will you tell your friends? Will you lie about your age to the people you meet? Were you listening to anything I even said? I did, but you're missing the point. No, I get your point, but you don't seem to get mine. But if that's how you want to go about this, then fine. It's not like I can do anything about this anyway. It's not like I was ever able to do anything about the things going on in my life. Things continue normal for the next few days. Actually, I don't know if I consider it normal. Something definitely felt off. In the middle of one night, I would learn why. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go bathroom. Oh my god, my ass is burning. Bro, all that fucking spicy kebab, hot sauce, spicy chicken burger, what do you call it? French fries, all that shit that I ate. It was much harder bringing out my ass than bringing in. I turned towards Natsuki's side and so she rolled off the bed. I didn't think much of it initially. I thought she just had another nightmare or something, and it happened because of her tossing and turning. To some degree, I thought that was true, but when I looked at her after she fell, I discovered a horrifying act. When she fell, her shirt shifted in a way that her right shoulder became visible, and the puzzle piece I had been looking for finally appeared. Wait, what? Puzzle piece? Just turn the other way. Pretend you're sleeping. Turn the other way. Oh, shit. She looked up at me, albeit groggily. She had just woken up after all. Natsuki, what's with that bruise? Oh, okay, never mind. It's not what I was thinking. Natsuki. And here I am now, shocked and furious to see such a thing. I could spend time coming up with a bunch of other possibilities explaining why she has that bruise, but there's no point. Everything already fits together. That thoughts to rush through my head. There's a reason she has a bruise. There's a reason she came to live with me. There's a reason she acts the way she does towards her dad. There's no other explanation. Maybe I'm just jumping the gun. But this conclusion I've come to. Natsuki was hit by her dad. If that isn't bad enough, the potential implications could have been worse. I feel dizzy. Now what? Now how do I handle this? It's not like I can ignore this. I was able to ignore it before, but that was because I didn't realize what was going on. I didn't realize the seriousness of the situation. But now that I do, I have to do something. Frisk, this bruise. Oh, don't bother. I already know. Natsuki has a guilty expression on her face. Are you mad at me, Frisk? I don't have any excuses anymore. Before I hid this from you since I thought I was doing the right thing by keeping you out of this, but I'm not mad at you. I wish I didn't have to find out like this, but I'm not upset with you, Natsuki. Nah, I think we should discuss this tomorrow, but I don't think either of us feel like going back to sleep. I motioned for Natsuki to get up and get back into bed. Do you want anything to drink? Are you hungry? No. Just, I want to get this over with. Natsuki's face is continuous whirlwind of emotion, fear, regret, and sadness, all cycle through the same thing. When did this happen, Natsuki? As I told her, I get back into bed as well. The comfort I got from laying down covered in blankets was gone now. Remember that day I snapped at you and said I hated everyone? It's not a good memory to go back to, but yes. After I ran out of the classroom, I headed home right after. Then I was having an argument with my dad as usual, and I stopped her right there. Hold up. As usual. Does this happen often or something? I'd have to go back a bit further to explain. I feel bad for interrupting again, but I need to get the bruise out of the way first. Sorry, go back to the story. We can talk about the rest later. Yeah, so I was arguing with my dad, then it escalated, then Natsuki shows me her bruise again. Then you ran to my house, didn't you? Yeah. Sorry. I haven't fully processed this yet, but it's been over a month since then, though. Shouldn't your bruise have faded out at this point? I don't know. I thought about that too, but I didn't want to tell anyone, so again, we can focus on that later. I think I understand everything now, but I have to ask you more about the situation with your dad. Was it always like this? Natsuki takes a deep breath. My home life used to be fine, or at least better. It wasn't amazing or anything, which has a lot to do with how tight our money situation was. This is going crazy! My mom passed away early into my childhood, so my dad took care of me from the point on. He wasn't the worst father ever or anything, but he got mad a lot. Not nearly as mad as he's gotten over these past few years. Did something happen to make him more upset like that? I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't deal with everyone putting this together. Him and my mom were apparently married for 15 years before they had me. I think raising a child with his wife was too important for him to put into words. Our money situation had gotten worse recently too. We hadn't totally sunk yet, although it has to be tough for him. It doesn't justify what he did. I didn't say it does. I'm mad about this too. I sigh. This is too much to take in all at once. Maybe I really should have waited until tomorrow to talk about this, but it's too late for that now. As the years went by, my dad started to distance himself more from me. Well, it's more like he distanced himself from everyone. He can do that if he wants, but he still has a daughter to take care of occasionally. Making dinner isn't enough. I felt neglected because of it. It was like I did something wrong, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Does he drink, Natsuki? No, I don't think so. I never saw him drink anyways. As I was saying, I would argue with him a lot about how I was treated. It wasn't only neglect that was the problem. It was how he acted towards other things too. He had this perfect idea. He wanted his daughter to be like. He was willing to give me some leeway, but not enough to let me do things to keep my manga collection at home. He wanted that much control over your life when he could have barely taken care of himself. Basically, wow. The more I hear of this, the more bad I feel for Natsuki. What she's been going through is not now. Someone should have to live. Because he wanted me to be the best daughter ever. That's why he taught me for years to do. He wanted me to rise above everyone else. And yeah, wanting me to be successful is one thing, but he didn't have to push you onto you. He pushed it onto you as hard as he did, right? Yeah. And it wasn't exactly him focusing on only my grades either. I've never been good enough at school to be a straight A student anyway. He told me to be the best socially too, and to have the most friends. That even though it might not always work out, to make sure to talk to other people. I never figured out what to do. I never figured out if I should take advice from him of all people. It didn't really matter though. In the end, I had a hard time making friends because I had trouble trusting people thanks to him. I can't even think right now, my mind is frozen. This is actually horrible. I just came back. Like I said, bro, this is a huge plot twist. Like I said, I didn't want to end up the way I did. Things just happen that way sometimes. I try to be nice, but a lot of the times I didn't want to show any weakness. I don't get why it happened that way, but it did. Natsuki pauses, taking a deep breath, remembering all of this can't be easy. I think the reason he was so obsessed with me being successful is because of himself. I think he didn't want me to turn out the way he did. Natsuki looks like she's about to break down. Regardless, there's something I need to know. Natsuki, do you still care for him? Natsuki thought long and hard about this question as we sat in complete silence. A part of me does. Okay, let me make sure we're on the same page here. What your dad did to you is abuse. I need to make something clear. Another one of his actions was undeniable, unjustifiable neglect towards you. How do you fully feel about him? Just think about everything, Natsuki. I give Natsuki a few minutes while I wait for her to come up with an answer. Learning about all of this is so surreal. It's like when you know something's wrong, but only later realize the extent of how awful it is. I think of it funny how this turned out not that kind of funny, but I'm talking about more about how I came to find out about this. Natsuki seemed bent on not letting me find out about the situation. She didn't always do a great job, but she continued to try hiding it. But then there's tonight. Because my bed is up against the wall, you can only fall off of it if you lay down on the left side. I was the first one to get into bed that night, and I laid down on the right side. So the only option for Natsuki was to lay down on the left side. If that didn't happen, she wouldn't have fallen off the bed, and I wouldn't have seen her bruise, and I would have never learned the truth behind this. This is so deep. This is so deep. This is so deep. I know I was trying to give Natsuki the time to think, but a thought crossed my mind. Trying to figure something out. He said he distanced himself from everyone, and that you think it was because he was sick of life piling up on him, right? He lost his wife, his financial situation was rough, and so on. I think so. What do you... Or you're looking too deep into it? No, I think I'm onto something. Otherwise, it leaves two possibilities. There was another reason he distanced himself from everyone, or he had no reason. There's no point to. There's nothing pointing to the first possibility, and I don't think it would make sense if there was either. As for the second possibility, I'm not gonna read that. For the sake of the YouTube video, it might get age restricted. Again, you're looking way too deep into it. Oh, she's crying now. You can't tell how someone is feeling when you don't know them well enough. It's just not possible. I also remember you suggesting that it was possible the reason your dad was so obsessed with you being successful was because he didn't want to see you ending up like himself. What if he kept living for you? If it were true, then it would be a twisted, sick way to convey love when you look at how he treated you. But even with how angry I am at him, I can't totally ignore that maybe that was the situation. I'm even more conflicted now. There's absolutely no justifying his actions. And violence is never the answer. But maybe I am looking at this from the wrong perspective. Perhaps there is no right perspective to this either. Again, what he did was despicable, but I do wonder. I can't believe I forgot to mention this, but this is the first time he hit you, right? That's what I've been getting from what you said. This is the first time he has hit me, yes. Back when he and my mom first got married, they agreed they would never use violence to get a point across if they ever had kids. I wonder how yeah, she's crying now. I wonder how she would have felt about all this. Natsuki finally breaks into tears. It's been a long night, Natsuki. I'm proud of you for telling me all this. Natsuki struggles to speak. It's not like I had a choice. Maybe, but that doesn't make it any less difficult. How much longer is this gonna last? Natsuki cries harder. Yeah, I'm your boyfriend. One of the things I'm supposed to do when you're having a hard time is to comfort you. So let me do that. Let me comfort you. We both lay down and hug each other. It was the most personal, emotional hug I had experienced. I think I even cried a little. This is heartbreaking, bro. I don't care what the literature club was going to think or say, but we weren't going to school today. Looking at Natsuki's seeing that she's still hugging me even when she's asleep, there's no way I can make her go to school. I didn't want to leave her alone either, so that's just how it is. I'll admit I'm not totally sure about everything that was said last night. There's still many questions that haven't been answered. plus ones that haven't been asked, and we haven't found out what to do about Natsuki's dad if we do end up making a decision either. Regardless, I said that Natsuki could stay with me as long as she'd like. It's not like I'd break that promise after this long. I think about it, getting up to make breakfast, but I can't wait. I can't keep Natsuki's long. I want to keep Natsuki's company for as long as possible. Dozens of thoughts continue to swirl my head. Roughly 10 minutes pass before I can drift back to sleep. Natsuki wakes up. Huh? Natsuki panics. Frisk, we're about to be late for school. You didn't forget what happened last night, right? Yeah, but even now you're still pushing yourself? You have to rest, Natsuki. Natsuki looks like she's about to fight back for her head to land back on the pillow. Fine. I like you, you know. A smile comes across Natsuki's face, which surprises me a little. I didn't think she'd be smiling in this situation. I like you too, Natsuki. We are dating for a reason, after all. Yeah, but I don't feel like I say it enough. I'm kinda crappy sometimes. But with you, I feel like I can do anything. Natsuki pulls me closer and hugs me tighter. So, stay with me, okay? Please? I don't know if she's acting like this because she's sleep deprived or exhausted or something, but I'm not complaining or anything. I'll stay with you for as long as you want, Natsuki. Oh, what time is it? Unaware of what's going on around me, I decide to check my phone to see the time. Almost 7 p.m. already. We really slept that long? Natsuki, are you awake? It doesn't seem like it, the way she's still been holding me. Huh? Natsuki wakes up and rubs her eyes. It's almost 7 p.m. Okay. Natsuki tries to go back to sleep, which is one thing, but can things be swept under the rug this easily? What am I even thinking? Natsuki's been through more than enough. It'd be selfish to try and get her to wake up when she's fine while with sleeping. It does make me think about how I'm handling this situation in general. I've had no experience, what she's been doing or anything similar. Am I really qualified to give advice for this? If not me, then who? I haven't asked Natsuki about thoughts on counseling or anything yet, but I'm the person she trusts the most right now, aren't I? It might seem like I'm overthinking this a bit, but I think this is important for that not to matter. What I say from this point forward could potentially change your life forever. Maybe it could change mine too. I continued to sleep and woke up at around 11 p.m. I don't think I've ever slept this long, actually. Natsuki's up this time too. As I turn over, I see her reading some manga. Hey! She turns her face to me with a silver nervousness in her expression. What? Can we talk? Natsuki looks up as if she wants to pull it off, which I can't blame her for. You're probably gonna bug me until I say yes, so. Natsuki puts the manga down and pulls the bed blankets closer to her. Both of us are on the same page about the situation with your dad, right? But that creates another issue, which is figuring out what to do about it. Why would we need to do anything about it? What do you mean? Like I said, why do we have to try and fix it in the first place? Is she even wrong? Does there need to be a solution? Well, do you still care for your dad? I do, but I'm happy living the way I am at the moment. Am I getting myself into something that ultimately isn't for me to try and change? Do you think you'd be happier if things were patched up? Maybe I would be, but I don't want to take the risk to find out. Am I going into circles thinking about this? I want to help Natsuki. She's so important to me, and I love her and much. But I have to question this is okay for me to do. I don't think she's ever actually asked for my help with this, has she? Can we at least talk about this later? I don't know if we should. I'll be honest, I'm extremely unsure about what I'm saying right now. But would things be the same if we let this go? Would things be the same if we go on a date? Like I said, I don't know what we should do about your dad. I just think it's gonna feel weird if we don't do something. I used to think the same thing, you know. I thought about it a lot when I first came to live with you, but remember how tense it was back then? Then I learned to let it go, I guess. Eventually, I started dating you, and here we are now. There's no problem with us living like this, is there? My dad doesn't seem to care enough to talk with me anyway. I was about that. What's up with the time we found her dad in public? He doesn't speak to Natsuki, but he did ask at one point if I was dating her. If that's what you want, Natsuki, then I'll respect your wishes. I'll admire. I'm still curious about a lot of things, but you said there's no harm in the way we're living. If you want to pull this aside for now, then that's okay. Natsuki hugs me. Thank you, Frisk. Natsuki's been so sweet lately. That's probably because she's speaking to her boyfriend, but living in a healthier environment is probably influencing her too. Maybe it's okay to end things here. We're both happy now, so it's fine to leave it at this since I don't think anything bad will come out of it, right? I know things won't stay like this. I know something's gonna happen. I know there's no way this is over. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy what happens next. There's no point in being anxious about something that hasn't happened yet. In other words, it's time to relax. It's been a while since I learned what's going on with Natsuki and her dad, and as it turns out, it was easier to let go of it than I thought it'd be. In fact, I've been looking forward to today. Frisk, wake up! I'm awake. Good. Happy Valentine's Day. Natsuki pushes a tray of homemade chocolates towards me. Thanks, Natsuki. The chocolates have all the different shapes as they were made with uniqueness in mind. I pick one to take a bite. Experience one of the best chocolates I've eaten in a long time. Wow, this tastes great. Nice job. Yeah, I tried. Natsuki is gathering her courage to say something. So, yeah? Since it's Valentine's Day, shouldn't we go on a date or something? Sure, I don't see why not. Duh. That's as far as I got, actually. Where should we go? That's a good question. We sit there for a few moments, having no idea where to go from here. You know that place we go to on picnics sometimes? There's a lake near there. It would be a nice place to relax at. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'll be waiting then, I guess. Why is she so nervous? Is her like dad near that area? We spend the rest of our day normally until nighttime. At which point it's time to go. Well, I'm finished getting ready. What about you, Natsuki? I'm ready. Are we gonna get going or what? Yeah, let's go. I swear to God, if we see our dad. Natsuki and I walk out the door and meet the cold air of the night, along with the light breeze, complementing it. From there, we head to the place I have in mind. Over there, once we get there, we realize that maybe my idea for a day location that I came up with on the spot wasn't so bad after all. The water is gorgeous, the moon shines down on the lake, giving it an amazing amount of light considering what time it is. We both sit down on the edge, arms wrapped around each other as we stare into the moonlight. And this place is beautiful. Not as beautiful as you, of course. Natsuki looks disappointed. You're just looking for cheesy stuff to say. To be fair, she's not entirely wrong. Yeah, but that doesn't stop it from being true, does it? Well, I'll accept the compliment. Just because I complain doesn't mean those are my only feelings, or you already know that. It wasn't a serious complaint anyways. Natsuki goes back to a small smile, which I'll take. It's pretty cold though. Natsuki puts both her arms around me instead of one. Yeah, sorry about that. I should have brought a blanket or picked an earlier time. Guess there's not much we can do about it now. Guess you have to warm me up as punishment. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. I'm cold too, Natsuki. You're not getting much warmer with what you're doing. You're just looking for an excuse to hug me. No, I'm not. I grin. Whatever you say, Natsuki. We stay like this for a couple of minutes until I bring something up I remember. Hey, Natsuki. What is it? I'm trying to concentrate on warming up. Yeah, sure. Anyways, about those chocolates you baked. Were pretty good. They got me thinking though. I remember the time when we first went grocery shopping. It's been a long time since then, Frisk. You don't have to think about our previous dates when I'm right here. I know, but I was thinking about why we went shopping. For food, probably. That's why people go to the grocery store. I believe we bought cupcake supplies, though. When I asked you who they were for, you said I'd find out soon enough. But I don't think I ever found out what they were for. Oh, Natsuki sounds embarrassed. Didn't you already figure it out? I thought it was obvious. Are you trying to get me to call you an idiot on purpose or something? You already know I usually don't mean it. I don't get what's so attractive about saying it. Wait, usually? I genuinely don't know. I feel like jumping to conclusions like that. You're gonna make me say it, aren't you? If it makes you happy, I was gonna make them for you, idiot. Ah, okay. In hindsight, I should have figured that out a long time ago. How come I never got them then? You already forgot? The whole terrible home life kind of ruined your desire to do anything for anyone thing? I'm dumb. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Yeah, I'm used to it at this point. I used to say... Voice crack. I used to say that you were weird... That you said weird stuff sometimes, but I'm starting to think you were weird in general. What's that supposed to mean? As I've said it before, it's not a bad thing. Natsuki quits hugging me and looks at the lake again. At least your taste in date locations is okay. Well, I've been able to get some practice after all. Frisk, yeah? I wonder what life would have been like if I had never met you. Actually, I don't want to think about what life would have been like if I never found you. I know it'd be bad, though. Putting it into perspective, Natsuki's right. If she never met me, then she wouldn't have had any place to stay after her dad hit her. And I don't want to think about what life after that would have been like either. Would she have had courage to ask any of the other club members for a place to stay? I don't think that matters now anyway. I'm so glad I'm dating you. Would it be annoying if I said that for the 1000th time? Maybe it would be, but it wouldn't change anything. I still don't get why you're dating me. But I can't deny that I have had a good time in dating you too. A great time even. Whatever makes you feel better or something. It's kind of cute how you added or something, or I guess whenever you're trying to say something nice to me. Well, you know what? Even Natsuki doesn't have any comebacks for that. By the way, Natsuki, what's your favorite date we've had? Huh? I've never really thought about that, honestly. They're all pretty okay. Yeah, I've enjoyed all of them too. Kind of makes me wonder what would be the perfect date though. I might have something in mind for that. Wait, really? Later, maybe. I've kind of wanted to do something for a while, but we'll see. What's that supposed to mean? Oh well. And so the night continues like this until I check my phone and realize how late it's gotten. I had to say this, but we should get back home now. Natsuki stares into my eyes. Do we have to? I stare back. We can stay for a little longer, I guess. Okay, this is getting really romantic. We're not going to be interrupted, are we? Please tell me we're not about to be interrupted. You know what? Screw it. Even bring that up. I'm gonna enjoy the moment and nobody's gonna stop me. Oh, right, Natsuki's still here. Good. I can always make time for us to be together, you know. Yeah, that makes me happy. Oh my god, it's finally gonna happen. I swear, if Monica and Sayori come anywhere close here, you already know. I love you so much, Natsuki. So do I, Frisk. What? Oh my god! You just had to ruin it! Hey, how about earlier when I said there was something I've been waiting for you to do? There's something I need to ask. Have you ever... Okay. Have you ever been kissed before? At the moment, not even once. You? It's the same here. Our faces are even closer now. Natsuki blushes. Would you like to change that? I don't see why not. Finally! Man, does it feel good. I keep thinking the moment's going to be ruined by something, but it never does. All that happens is pure bliss. Once we're done, we both have a look of shock on our face. Did we actually? I think so. Don't make it awkward. Don't make it awkward. Okay, I'm just checking. Okay. I agree. I'll admit I had a bit of trouble figuring out what to say, but whatever. My first kiss was great though. I think it was a good day overall. More time passed. Much more time. Wake up! You know what day it is, don't you? I struggle to sit up, still not fully awake. I think. So you have no idea then? I didn't say that. It is true though, I will give you that. I'm not surprised you forget, seeing as you are never good at remembering, but luckily for you I still don't know what today is. It's been half a year since we started dating. Duh. She says duh a lot in this mod. In the original game I never remember her saying duh. I raise an eyebrow. Already? Yep. Doesn't feel like it's been this long though. Same here. So it's actually been 6 months, right? Yeah. I know you're probably shocked that you had a girlfriend for more than a week, but you know I'd never leave you. I'm guessing we should celebrate later tonight then. You're getting better at this. Took you long enough. I try. You do? Very funny, Natsuki. I'll think of the details later, but I'm tired. You're always tired. We have to go to school anyways. Yeah. Oh my god, we're finally back at school again. I'd be redundant if I said school was boring as usual, so I won't. We did, of course, go to literature club though. As I walk in holding hands, Sayori greets us. You two look happy today. They always look happy, Sayori. Not saying that's a bad thing. Well, it's been half a year since we started dating, so. Yuri peeks from up from behind the book she's reading. Congratulations. It's not a big deal. Natsuki looks disappointed in me. I think it is a big deal. The fact that Frisky's had a girlfriend for longer than a week is impressive. Alright, she just gotta bring that up again. Yes, Natsuki, you made that joke at home too. That was a joke? Dang it, Natsuki. Anyway, I think it's pretty cool. Congratulations, both of you. I remember when you first two met. I saw this coming, to be honest. Did you, Monica? I didn't think it was obvious we had feelings for each other at the time. It was obvious. Huh? Anyway, we're gonna read some manga now. I see. Have fun. Once all was said and done, Natsuki and I head home. On our way home, I see a silhouette of a tall figure dart across the bushes. Wonder who that is. At least it tries to dart across the bushes. Once it realizes our eyes on it, it stops. It walks a bit forward, enough to see who it is. Natsuki's dad. I've seen him multiple times before when I was with Natsuki, and he never interacted with us much. She would glare at him, and that seemed to get her thoughts across just fine. That time, though, I noticed something about his hand. He was clenching his fist. That's actually scary. Which wasn't a fantastic sign. It was a quite terrible sign, actually, but I feel that speaks for itself, and I'm kind of panicking at this moment. Who runs away, pussy? You gotta confront him. I can't run away from this forever. Hey, you, what are you doing? It didn't matter, though, because he runs away anyway. You're not going to go after him, are you? I don't think there's any point chasing him. It's clear he doesn't want to talk. Which is nice, since it benefits my health in the sense that I don't want to get killed. Yeah. Well, may as well head home. I will walk through the front door and take a deep breath as I sit on the living room couch. Did your dad seem a bit angry? That's a word for it, yeah. I'm not really sure what to do about this. I doubt he's actually gonna murder you or anything, Frisk. I know, but nothing. Well, the situation is a bit tense right now. Besides, it's a special day. Shouldn't you take me out on a date since that's the point of dating and all? Of course. Should we get something to eat? If it's a place that doesn't rip you off like that one time. Fast food it is. For most people, going to a fast food restaurant wouldn't be romantic. Sorry, scratch that. For basically anyone, going to a fast food restaurant wouldn't be romantic. Luckily, Natsuki wasn't just anyone. That's lucky. Well, we're here. McDonald's. Walking to the restaurant. There's a certain modern atmosphere to it, although it doesn't necessarily mask the fact that it is a fast food place and the fact that we are going on a date at a fast food place. Once we order our food, we sit down next to each other at an empty table. I know this place is a bit weird for a date, but we've gone here before, haven't we? Yeah, I don't think you have to be worried, Frisk. I'd rather be somewhere comfortable than somewhere super romantic, and this place is comfortable for me, so. We eventually receive our food as Natsuki unwraps her hamburger. I notice she seems unsure about something. Is everything alright? There's something I've been wanting to try. I started to drink some water. No, 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 no! I don't even know why I'm saving here. What? That's. I'm just curious, okay? Okay, I'm glad we didn't actually spit it out. I've seen so many other couples do it, and let me get this straight. You want me to feed you? Don't make me say it again. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't the least bit curious about what it was like too. Sure, I guess. I get up and walk over to the utensils center before grabbing a fork and then sitting back down in my chair. All you have to do is grab the burger, bring it to her mouth. Easy like that. You don't gotta do all that fancy stuff. So Natsuki, we're really doing this? Like I said, it's one of those things you have to do at least once. According to who? Alright, so then I take the fork and stick it in the burger, right? I guess. What, you eat burgers with a fork? This is exactly what I'm saying. It's a lifestyle, Natsuki. Anyway, next you open your mouth. Actually, I changed my mind. What? This is too embarrassing. Natsuki, we're in a fast food restaurant. Not a single person is gonna judge. Sure, feeding someone a hamburger isn't how it's usually done if you want to be romantic. Actually, no one does that. Now that I think about it, it wouldn't be weird for someone to judge us. Still, I had to get up and grab a fork. You don't want to waste that 10 seconds I spent to get a fork, do you? I think what I'm saying is very convincing personally. Fine. Natsuki opens her mouth as I put the fork in. She bites down, quickly chews, filled with embarrassment. Well, she swallows and tries to think of something to respond with. That was a thing. Yep. That was definitely a thing. I'm glad we can both agree on that. We could also agree to never do that again. At least not in a fast food restaurant. You're the one who suggested it. Sure, because I wasn't gonna do it anyway. Not for now, at least. Yeah, that was weird. And so we finish our food and leave the restaurant. Once we head home, things go back to normal. Not things seem like they were back to normal. I mean, we didn't even think about Natsuki's dad once. Or rather, we thought about it, but we didn't want to admit on our minds. The rest of the night goes well enough. There was no other drama, at least tomorrow, though. I doubt it'll be as peaceful as I'm hoping for. I don't know why, but it feels like something is about to happen. I'm tired of this. Not now, Natsuki. Not now? If not now, then when? How much longer is this gonna be put off? I'm serious. We will discuss this later. Like I said, you keep saying we'll talk later about it. We'll talk about it later, but nothing ever actually happens. I don't want to keep living this, and I don't think you want to either. Go to your room, Natsuki. We will discuss this later, and that's final. No, we have to do something. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I still care for you. You don't know what I give for things to go back to the way they used to be. But it's not that easy. None of this is. Do you not understand, Natsuki? I understand, but it doesn't change anything. I asked you to leave. How many times do I have to say it? Leave. I won't. Leave. We have to settle this. Leave. Never. Leave. No. Not until you at least try to change. Not until we live a better life. You. Will you never get it? No. You're the one that doesn't get it. You never got it. Enough! Natsuki! I think we all know what happened. Oh my dear Itsuko. You have no idea how much I wish you were still with us. I just don't know what to do. I freeze in place. It's him. It was the night after mine and Natsuki's anniversary. She had gone to bed. I was about to join her when we heard a knock at the door. So I went to open up, and there he was. I was face to face with Natsuki's dad, and by myself at the time. As I was saying, back to where I left off. No, 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 no! I click. Okay, I'm high. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, yeah. Save, 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 save. Okay, I'm high. What do I even do here? You see, well, he plops onto the couch in the living room. I hope you don't mind. Okay, hopefully he's formal. Well, it's not like I can do anything about it anyway. What are you here for? You look kind of upset yesterday. Oh, that. Sorry about running away when you tried to speak to me, but I didn't feel like discussing anything at the time. I was upset after all. What happened yesterday is unrelated to what I need to ask you though. From my understanding, Natsuki's been living with you, correct? Yes. For half a year, then. Pain expression rests on his face. I'm not here to criticize you, or tell you how to live your life. It seems I've lost the right to give advice for even my own daughter's life. I wanted to see things for myself, though. I hear the doors to my room open. Frisk, who's there? I think I recognize that voice. It's nobody, Natsuki. That was the worst lie I could have come up with. The absolute worst lie possible. It's clear I wasn't at the top of my game right now. I'm talking to your boyfriend. As soon as Natsuki hears that, she slams the door shut. That's one problem solved, at least. Huh. What am I saying? I'm panicking to no end. And that was probably the worst solution in history. We're actually going to talk about this, right? Aren't there better places to talk about this? No, it's not going to change anything at this point. I sigh and ask another question. You've seen Natsuki and I go on date multiple times. How come you never did anything other than ask me a question once? He looks off to the side. Okay, he's got the Natsuki genes looking off to the side. I guess I accepted it early on. My daughter didn't want to live with me anymore. She cut ties. It pains me to realize that, but what was I supposed to do? You and I both know she wouldn't have come back to me. Certainly not if I approached you two in the middle of something. I was stuck. Done. She's gone. I felt slightly more comfortable speaking to him at this point, partially because he wasn't going to murder me. Not totally comfortable, but it made it a little better. That sums it up, yeah. What a shame. Unlike what I expected, he doesn't have a hint of anger in his voice, only regret. You seem rather calm about all this. Of course. Like I said, I accepted it. There's nobody to be angry at except to myself. I know this is my fault. I know I made the biggest mistake of my life. I already hated myself before all this happened, but ever since Natsuki left, I've been worse. I've loathed myself more each day. Wondering how I could have lost my temper like that. Wondering how I could have broken a promise I made to my own wife. He pauses. But I doubt you want to hear about this. And I understand. And I know you must think I'm a terrible excuse for a parent. I'm not trying to gain any sympathy for you. Good, because I wasn't going to give him any. But at least I finally feel brave enough to talk a bit more. Acknowledging your awful actions doesn't excuse them from being awful. I thought I had gone too far with that, but Natsuki's dad takes a deeper breath and speaks again, as surprisingly calm as ever. I'm aware. There's no redeeming myself for what I did. Believe me, I'm not trying to deny that. I'm just trying to think about what to do next. He pauses again, for this time for even longer. Natsuki's probably told you about me distancing myself from everyone, didn't she? She did. Yes, after I lost my wife. I noticed a tear roll down his cheek. He stops yet again. I'm sorry. Just after I lost my wife, I became a recluse. I tried to provide for Natsuki, but I didn't provide nearly enough. Even with our financial situation, there's still so much I could have done. I could have cared for her so much more. There's a reason she's so skinny, you know. I digress. I digress. My point is, nobody should have to be raised by a parent like myself. Nobody should have to be raised by someone who won't give full attention to their kid. Another tear rolls down his cheek, then another and another. They don't stop coming. It's such a horrible situation. Now I've lost everything. After Nat was born, I told my past self that I would eventually do that to her. I don't think I would have been able to take it. But that's selfish too, isn't it? I wanted to be there for my daughter no matter what, but I couldn't do it. There is no excuse. He's sobbing at this point. His face is buried in his hands. Wow, I'm sorry for dragging you into this. It is utterly unacceptable for me to barge into your house like this. Like many things, I wish I could take it back, but I need someone to vent to. Oh, he's the imposter. Vote him out. Okay, I'm sorry for ruining the moment. We sit there unsure what to say next. After several moments of silence, he speaks up again. I lived for Natsuki, you know? Even after my wife was gone, things kept getting worse. I lost my job at some point. I don't think I could have ever told Natsuki, but I wouldn't be shocked if she figured out. I barely managed to get any money, period. But that's another story. Natsuki was all I had left. Living in the way I did was torture. It absolutely does not excuse my behavior, but simply getting out of bed was seemingly impossible. Was a seemingly impossible challenge sometimes. Just like Sayori. Sayori kind of felt the same way. Like she wasn't able to get out of bed like a lot of times, or like sometimes really hard for her. The main reason I was so strict towards her is because I didn't want her to experience the life I was living. Even my strictness was misguided, though. I've said it more than one time, but my life was terrible. But at least I still had my daughter. We argued a lot, though. A lot of times, it was about my failure as a parent. I took things too personally. I shouldn't have taken anything personally in the first place. She was my daughter, and she was right. One time I was disappointed in myself, frustrated, upset, defeated, and ultimately regretful. I should have left the room right there, but I kept talking, I kept deflecting. Looking back, everything I said during this conversation is a joke. I kept going. I wasn't even mad at her. I was mad at myself, and I didn't want to admit it. Living itself was painful. I couldn't take it anymore. So I did something I agreed I would never do at any point as a parent. I hit her. And it was then I lost her too. I was left with truly nothing. He takes some more time to collect his thoughts. My bad. I don't go outside much, but during the times I did, I would often spot you and her together. I'm not mad at you. To clarify, she deserves someone better than me anyway. As I was saying, I kept watching you too, thinking about what I could have been, thinking about how I could have prevented this. For much of my life, I blamed everyone else, yet I wouldn't blame the person who was actually responsible for any of this. I didn't blame myself, not until it was too late. I want to think more about this. I want to react somehow, but thoughts are going through my mind so fast, I'm having to push them away entirely, and all I can do for now is listen. I think it's meant to be this way, though. I'm frankly glad it's this way. As I said, Natsuki doesn't deserve me. She doesn't deserve to live the way she did in my house. I still know nothing about you. I don't even know your name. But whenever you and Natsuki were together, she looked so happy, and that's all I ever wanted. I kept searching for words, yet can't find them. Again, I'm sorry to put you through this. This is my responsibility and mine alone. Finally, I bring myself to say something. What do you plan on doing then? That's a good question. I don't want to take my... Not because I feel like my actions are justified there, absolutely not, but because I feel so defeated that I can't even bring myself to do that. That only leaves me with one option left. I think I know where he's getting it. As you might be able to guess, I plan on turning myself into the police. Not that it matters. I'm gonna get him out of your life as quickly as I entered it. Turn himself into the police? Is that really where it ends? I need to think about this one. Obviously, he's a terrible parent, and not exactly a great person either. But I do wonder if he was always like this. If things went downhill after his wife passed. What about that? Although Natsuki was probably too young at the time, before all that happened, to describe what her dad was like then. It is worth trying to bring him back to what he used to possibly be. Natsuki did say she still cares for him. Actually, he has tried family counseling. I don't think he has ever brought that up, and Natsuki never mentioned it either. Has he? Oh, my bad. I'll always be there, so I guess it's not like they'd be alone. Natsuki doesn't have to stop living with me unless she wants to. At the very least, I don't think the violent incident will happen again. Natsuki's dad is so much different than I expected him to be. His calm demeanor is the opposite of how I thought he'd behave, and that he obviously doesn't care him of what he did, but I find it interesting. I've never seen someone... Oh, my back. I've never seen someone as lost in life as he is, which is more worth it. Trying to work towards having a better life or blissfully living in the one we already have. I'll admit it, I'm not even close to being an expert on this. However, I want the happiest ending we can get out to this situation. Maybe it won't actually be the happiest, but I want to make this the decision that will lead us to the brightest future. I'll give you my advice on what I think is the solution that will be the best for all of us in the end. Ah! You can apologize for your mistakes. You can regret your sins. You can try to make things better. But that doesn't change your actions in life. Nothing will. Natsuki's dad committed abuse and neglect, and the fact that he feels terrible changes nothing. That's not what I meant. But, okay. Nor does the fact... It's not even a fact, it's a possibility. He could potentially reconnect with Natsuki. It doesn't change anything. There's no way to undo what he did. He cannot run for this forever. He committed a crime and must deal with the consequences. You need to turn yourself in. So be it. I'll turn myself in then. We were still sitting in my living room. The air is incredibly heavy with a hint of sorrow flowing throughout. Yeah. Can I ask you a favor? Depends what it is. It was my idea to turn myself in, but you encouraged me to do so. So that does make you involved to some degree. But I don't want you to have to be involved in this. If Natsuki asks where I went and tell her I came over to vent, I felt bad about what I did and turned myself into the police. He takes a moment to think about how to word this. Actually, scratch that. Just say you don't know where I went. She'll probably find out what happened to me on her own. I feel unsure about this, but I suppose it's the best option. I can try to do that then. Thank you. He gets up and paces towards the door. A look of sadness rests on his face. One more thing. Please take care of my daughter. I don't care what happens to me anymore, but I still care about her. Before I can respond, he walks out and shuts the door. This is it then. This is how it ends. Is this the best way things could have ended? Maybe not, but it's the ending I wanted. That's what counts, right? This is the ending thought was the best. That's all that matters. I hear the Door to my room open and Natsuki steps out. I guess I have some explaining to do. It's been a month since that day. Natsuki eventually turned out that her dad turned himself in. I'm not sure how though. I like to say that things went back to normal, and to some level they did, but something fell off. Something felt empty. Both of us felt that way, but especially Natsuki. Sometimes she just stared into space. I think she felt lost. She did feel slightly less stressed, but that was outweighed by her frequent seeming as if she wondered if she missed an opportunity. This was the best way things could have gotten, though. Natsuki's dad is gone and we will never have to worry about him again. It's over and all our problems are over. At least that's what I told myself at the start of each day. It's time to go to school, Frisk. I'm woken up by Natsuki. Soon afterwards, we got to school and the literature club like we do every day. We sit and read manga just like we do every day. But at one point, things change. Frisk, can we go to the hallway? Huh? Sure. We head to the hallway as a deep pit is stuck in my stomach. What is it? I look at Natsuki, afraid. About 10 seconds later, she bursts into tears. Whoa, what's wrong? I asked her what's wrong, but I don't think words needed to be said. It speaks for herself. I feel so alone. My parents, now both of them. Hey, you got me now. I love you, but it's not the same. That is true. I don't think Natsuki mentioned any other family either. Maybe I really am all she has left. It's hard to move on from something like this, but it's possible, I can guarantee it. And how do you know? We could have fixed things. Ever since he turned himself in, I haven't been stressed, but it's caused even more problems. It didn't have to be like this. Why? This isn't going back to normal, and I don't think it ever will. Was it worth it? Was it really worth it? Natsuki walks away and leaves a poem behind. Two sides. There's only two sides to every coin, but there's only one side that you can join. You can't be with both sides, and that's okay. There's two sides to every person. But what you say you can't trust either. What if you can't trust either of them? I think what matters more important to ask though is what if you don't try? There's two sides to everything around us. But what if you're wrong about one of those sides? What if you're wrong about both of those sides? I stopped caring about making my writing flow, but siding with you, I lost the life I had long ago. This isn't what I was hoping to read. But on the other hand, nobody said this was going to be easy. I certainly didn't. Life is hard. But you have to keep going. Have to keep moving. Have to keep making decisions. Otherwise, can you really say you're living? I don't care if it was worth it or not, because the past can't be changed. I cared about Natsuki, and I moved forward with our life, recovering for all of this. It'll be long and it'll be hard, but we can do it. I'm sure of that. Another month passes. Things feel less tense than before, but still not totally normal. One day, after coming back from school, we sit and have a talk. I wonder how my dad is doing. I hope he's okay. Natsuki looks down at the ground, unable to shake a feeling of uncomfortableness. I'm sure he's continuing to serve the time he deserves. Yeah. Why did you lie? Natsuki glares at me. What is he talking about? What do you mean? I don't remember lying. The day my dad came over to your house. Did you already forget? I came out and mentioned hearing a voice I recognized. Crap. Okay. I heard every word of that conversation. Why did you not tell me that you told him to turn himself in? Because he told you not to. Are my wishes the ones you should be prioritizing here? What? There's nothing you can say right now. You betrayed my trust, that's all there is to it. What a disaster this has been. I'm not mad at you, if that's what you're thinking. Actually, I am mad. Not mad enough to leave you or anything. You believe you were making the right choice, were you? I guess I can't give you that much crap for it. After all, if I left you, I'd really have nowhere to go this time. Natsuki, where are you going? I'm leaving, Dad. I have nothing else to say to you. Feels weird doing this, but I can't live here anymore. I have to get away from my current home. Frisk, here's my last hope. I'm still unsure about going to live with him, but I'm not sure I have any other choice. I want to trust Frisk, but it's hard. It's hard to trust anyone, even the people I love. Still, he's been with me up to this point. I'll be cautious, of course, but I don't know. There's a small part of me that thinks maybe he can make this alright. There's a small part of me that thinks maybe one day things will go back to normal with my dad and I. Then again, putting this much faith into a new person is a dangerous thing. I've already seen where it's gotten me up to this point. Please, Frisk, I'm sorry about how I treated you, but it's something I have to do just in case. But please, please make my wish come true one day. Well, I didn't think you'd honestly tell him that. I guess you're just full of surprises. But it's not like you can go back and fix things. You can't go back and fix things. You have the power, don't you? I do have the power. Goodbye, Monica. Natsuki's dad has made an awful mistake. Awful, irredeemable mistakes, but both Natsuki and her dad cared for each other. I don't want this to end with her dad turning himself in. I think we can do better than that. I still believe it's possible to recover. I still believe that giving him a second chance could work, even if it doesn't. Oh well, at least we can say that we tried. Natsuki's dad is a broken man, a man shattered into 1,000 pieces, but something that is broken can also be repaired. I don't want this to end with her dad giving up. I think we can do better than that. I still believe it's possible to turn this around. I still believe not all over, and if all things don't work out, oh well, sometimes that just happens. Natsuki's dad will never be able to fix the things he did wrong. But we don't need to fix everything. We need to fix enough, and that much is possible. I don't want this to end knowing that could have been so much more. I don't really think we can do better than that. I still believe if we haven't lost everything, I still believe we have the chance to gain, and if we don't gain anything, oh well, we aren't going to lose anything either. We can work with Natsuki and her dad. They can work with a therapist if we all work together to get their lives back. I'm a regular person. I can't force anything to happen. I can't force things to get better. I can't have all the answers. But if there's one thing I'm sure of, is that I can make this work. And if we don't at least try, then that'd be a real shame. You need to try and reconnect with Natsuki. Natsuki's dad looks shocked. I'd be surprised if I were in that situation too. Why? There's no way she'd let me back into her life. I don't know. She might be scared of you, and the idea of changing how she lives right now might terrify her more. But deep down I think she still cares for you. She even told me as much. What if she didn't really mean it? She does that often. I don't think so. She was serious. I've been dating from her for half a year now. I can tell when she's not being genuine. When I talked to her about you, she said she still cared about you, but she didn't want to change her current lifestyle. That seems like an odd time to lie. So I lied. She can hear our conversation. My point is, we should try, at least try. We can get you and Natsuki a counselor. I think they're the whole way to help out when needed. If you really want, we can try. You can try to turn yourself in at another point. But for now, will you at least try to connect again with Natsuki and with my help? He thinks for a while. This talk has been lasting so long. I wouldn't be surprised if it were midnight at this point. Then he raises his head and gives his answer. Everything we've talked about, all his anxiety, fear, and sadness we've gone through, all of it was leading up to this. Sure. I've got nothing to lose at this point anyway. Let's try again. I want both my daughter and me and my daughter, to be able to get our lives back. Alright. I'll try settling an appointment with a counselor for you too. After I check with Natsuki, of course. Can you even do that? In hindsight, It's probably not that simple to register someone into counseling like that. I can get started on it, if you say so. Should I come back tomorrow so we can talk again? That sounds like a good idea, yeah. Natsuki's dad walks over to him, to the front door, walks out, and slowly shuts it. I think I caught a smile on his face as he was going out, but I couldn't tell for sure. Suddenly I hear the door to my room creak. He's gone, Natsuki. She walks up in the living room and takes a deep breath. Okay, I have a question for you, Natsuki. Would you be interested in going to family counseling? I expected her to take a while to think about it, but she responds immediately. Yes. Really? You seemed against the idea of change before. So, I may or may not have heard the whole conversation you had with my dad. You'd be a good car salesman, honestly. Oh, it is true I never decided on a dream job. Anyway. You set up for it then? I can't keep running forever. I've been thinking about it for a long time, honestly. I did say I still cared for him. To clarify, you're absolutely sure you want to do this? Like, it would be okay if I tried setting up an appointment? You're still gonna be there to help, right? You're my girlfriend, so of course I'm doing that all I can. Good. I'm being casual about this, but I'm still scared, you know. It's thanks to you I can take this step forward. I'm doing this only because I trust you this much and because you haven't broken that. So thanks. Natsuki gives me a peck on the cheek and heads back to my room. I should probably get to bed soon. It's amazing how much Natsuki has grown. I didn't think she'd have agreed to this so easily if I offered the choice half a year ago. What a ride this has been. To think that we've finally gotten some closure on this feels unbelievably satisfying. Now it's only a matter of how tomorrow goes. Here it is. The day where we experience the moment of truth. As I eat breakfast, I hear a knock on the front door. Natsuki's dad. Isn't here already, is he? I'll get it. I opened the front door and it turns out it was him after all, filled with exhaustion. Sorry for coming so early, but I had trouble sleeping. That's fine. I motioned for him to sit on the couch and look over to see Natsuki turn her head away at the breakfast table, which is fine. She doesn't need to talk right now, and I don't want to make her uncomfortable. So I talked to Natsuki and I'm turning myself in. What? That's not where I thought this was going. Wait, why? I'm filled with too much guilt. Nothing can change that. We were so close to patching things up. Don't you want to connect with your daughter again? So it doesn't matter what I choose. Except in this ending, I think Natsuki is gonna be more happy with me. I do, but I've messed up too many times now. I made a decision and I'm turning myself in. I'm sorry to say that your attempts at convincing me otherwise likely won't affect me. No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Come on, at least give it a chance. Sorry, but I made up my mind. Are you sure you want to throw all this away? You're so close at making this right. As I said, that changes nothing. Why does it have to be like this? I don't think things will ever be the same if he quits now. But if there's nothing I can do either. If Frisk says it won't change your mind, maybe what I say will. Natsuki. Natsuki gets up and sits down next to her dad. Is she really about to say what I think she's going to? It's hard for me to do after everything you did to me. After you neglected me for so long. After you hit me. Actually, we'd be here a while if I gave you a full list, so let's get to the point. You're a terrible parent, sorry if that hurts your feelings, but it's kinda true. But you're still my dad, you know. We've made some good memories over the years. Maybe not as many as most families, but those memories are important to me. I think it would be a long time before I can trust you again. But I want to at least try. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe Frisk has rubbed off on me more than I thought. To your dad though, bro? Natsuki, you've changed. It's hard for me to judge when it's been so long since I talked to you, but I guess, but that doesn't matter right now. Maybe you aren't willing to reconnect with me, but I want to reconnect with you. I feel awful if I missed a huge opportunity. Natsuki's dad was in shock, nothing else but shock. Natsuki turns towards me. I have someone to thank for that. Someone who actually supported me, but that's a different story. Natsuki seems annoyed, which is understandable. I'm just proud that she's doing this right now. Please don't turn yourself in. I want to at least try to get things back to normal. Please. Natsuki's dad thinks it over. as we all anxiously wait for his answer. Years of conflict, years of ups and downs, years of mistakes, years of decisions, years and years of emotions are all coming together. All four on the biggest decisions in their life. Fair enough. We're starting family counseling then, are we? He did it. I was unsure down to the last second, but he did it. That's the plan. None of us knew what to say after that. We were also relieved that nothing comes to mind. And so begins the journey towards recovery. It's been a few months since Natsuki and her dad first started attending counseling. It hasn't been totally easy, but we've been managing, especially thanks to me being there to act as a pillar for the two. She doesn't fully trust him, of course, but we're slowly making progress. Her dad has been a lot happier lately too. He just started job hunting, which is already a great sign. I was somewhat unsure about this being the best way for things to go, but I think it is now. Morning frisk. Natsuki gives me a hug and leaves the room in the morning to make breakfast. It's nice to hear her showing her sweeter side all the time, as cute as her previous personality may have been. That the word for that is tsundere, right? Doesn't matter. I like the new Natsuki better than the old one. I know that she left behind a poem for me. Let's see what it says. What feels right? There's a voice inside everyone's head, mind. It helps to make decisions of a special kind. What good it does do up there in your head and helps you decide what's right. Sometimes things go from bad to worse. Your life's like a poem that's missing a verse. You're stuck at a tough choice with nowhere to go. You have to pick what's right. Nobody's always right, no matter how smart. Knowing what's right also comes from the heart. What seems right to you might also be wrong to another, and that's fine as long as it's right to you. What if nothing feels right? Sometimes you might feel that way late at night, but you don't have to search hard. You'll figure it out because eventually you will know what's right to you. At least I know what's right, what feels right. I care about what feels right to me, and that's all that matters. Good, this is what I was hoping for. I made my decision on what felt right, and I believe it led me to the correct path. As I get up myself, I heard a knock on the door and go over to open it. Oh hey, hello, just came to check up on you two. I see, we're doing great. Would you like a seat? I signal for Natsuki's dad to sit on the couch. I dislike bringing stuff up, but you two seem pretty happy, and Natsuki doesn't want to move in with me again. Is that correct? Well, she does trust me more. Yes, and I doubt it's going to reach a point where she trusts me more than she trusts you. He has a good point. I turn over to Natsuki, who's making a full breakfast meal. Well, Natsuki? Natsuki responds as she cooks. I do have to think about it. I could try maybe. What do you want me to stay here? Well, maybe she didn't have to have her sweet side out all the time. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. We can get far enough into our relationship that maybe we could, and then you could be able to move back here. That's not a bad idea. You'd better not keep me waiting. And from that point forward, Natsuki tried visiting her dad more and more often. She hadn't slept overnight yet, but it was nice to see she was spending more time with him. More time passes. How many times have the season changed? I've lost count. You sure you're ready for this, Natsuki? I'm ready to stay overnight at my dad's, yeah. Man, this means you're gonna move out eventually. I'll miss you. You already know I'm gonna keep visiting you. I know, it just feels kind of weird. Like you said before, if we ever got married, we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore, would we? That's true. Anyway, enough about that. I'll see you tomorrow, Frisk. Then I was alone, and would be for the rest of the night. Every day since I had first met Natsuki has been an incredible journey for me. I remember being worried if we both liked each other, despite that it was obvious we did. I remember being worried about how I would first confess. Then there was nothing to worry about in the first place. Then Natsuki started living with me. That's pretty neat if you ask me. The circumstances surrounding it were a bit weird, yeah, but it was fun. Then we started dating. It got even better. I had no idea what I was capable of holding a relationship for as long as I have, let alone holding a relationship at all. I certainly didn't think of it as helping Natsuki and her dad like this, but here we are now. I remember all those times I said, things are going so great, and everything is shining so bright now, and all that stuff, but things soon became sadder. Now I thought I could say with confidence, I'm glad how things are going. I truly can say that nothing will bring me down. And I don't think anything could bring me down either. I've gone through so much after all that I feel like I could tackle anything. Guess this is it then. Seems like a good place to say I'm at the end of this journey. It's been a lot of fun. Before I know it, it's 2 hours and as I said, reading some manga on the living room couch. I hear a sound at the front door and see none other than my girlfriend. What's up? I got bored. I kinda expected this, honestly. So you know those cupcakes I promised you from you over a year ago? Okay, it's been a while. I'm kinda late with this, but we have to make them someday, don't we? So how about now? Sure, why not? I love you, Natsuki. I love you too, Frisk. Thank you for everything. Alright, that was the good ending right there. So we got both the good and the bad ending. Oh, this was so good. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. What, you want me to comment on what you've done? Here's some sort of congratulations. Maybe on a mission you've succeeded at making someone in the literature club happy. It's still one of them. Besides, it won't last. You and I were, well, this is only a mod. Besides, what else is there to say? You saved Natsuki, didn't you? She's recovering towards that normal home life, and you two admitted your love for each other time and time again. Though maybe you felt something was lacking. Haha, did you get into a fight? Deliver justice with your own hands? Well, that's too bad if you were looking for one. I don't think Natsuki would have appreciated it, though. Is there anything more for me to say, though? You still got the others to go after, right? Or are you just here for Natsuki? That might be the case, considering you haven't gone for the others. Not that it really matters in the end. Don't let me keep you from being happy. Do what you want. Oh, we've unlocked Natsuki. Wait, what? I'll record it for 3 hours, alright? So I'm gonna stop right there. This was a really great mod. Obviously, I'm gonna continue more of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Bye for now.